Oh, dude, yeah. It's like, listen. It's...
Oh yeah, let me bust out. Do you mind if I play my paladin, Samuel?
I sure can.
That was when I was still like messing around with, smites that weren't just really divine smite. It was just like, well, I guess TJ, this is one thing I'll say for you. You present situations well in a way that not just using divine smite all the time.
Yeah.
Would good. Like, there's enough going on where it's just like, oh, maybe a blinding smite will be good, or a thunderous smite because, there's
He's trying to butter me up, guys.
I like thunderous smite.
I need to have
pushes.
Martine do a few things for me, TJ. No.
I've always wanted to push an enemy off of a cliff somehow.
That would be fun.
I have pushed
Just like in
an
Rand
enemy.
in general? Like,
No, not
Just
pushed
like
an
an
enemy.
enemy
I have
in real life.
smacked an enemy with a frying pan off of a flying airship before.
My enemy in real life is the person
One
that
campaign,
suggested
I was
that
a
to me.
shadow monk,
No,
and
they're
while
not
we were
my
in
enemy, but they
a
hate me.
high-speed
Oh,
vehicle
they're the
trying to
reason I
catch
got
up
fired at my
to
last
the
job.
enemy in
Oh.
another high-speed vehicle, and it was at nighttime, so I was able to use my shadow monk teleportation to teleport just 10 feet ahead of the
Fancy
vehicle
don't
we were
even know
chasing, throw a knife, go
Some
like
people
we're
are just
using the
weird like
same
that.
momentum heading towards them, and then teleport safely back into the other
I literally
vehicle,
told
and
them I was
I
looking for another job,
headshot with the knife the driver in the car, and then caused it to topple over.
Some
It was
people just
amazing.
like
All right.
You out now.
The wackiest things I've ever seen done in D&D.
Actually, it's
is
easiest
a
if we
friend
get you
to
guys,
Rask.
and then if we
That
just
was fun.
angle that one down and get Mike
That'd be a
in.
good way.
Yeah, no,
All right.
we made a family of Tarrasque,
We'll figure it out.
basically.
We're getting there.
This camera's
Slash,
Oh,
yeah.
not
that might help
our
too.
country
Which
protectors.
one's that?
Like, they just kind of sat around
Two.
our borders, and we were just like, yeah.
The best way to
Deal with
befriend
that.
the Tarrasque is to befriend the child of the Tarrasque first.
Makes sense.
I might be able to do
That's
that.
kind of what we did. Like, we came across a smaller one, named it Fluffy. Our barbarian became fast friends with him. My rogue, Malcolm, was just like, ah! And ran. And then came
should
back
be the
and was
right
just like,
reaction.
it's Uncle Malcolm. And he's just like,
Fluffy's a special name to me. That's what I named all my legendaries
Yeah.
that I caught in Pokemon.
Oh,
That's what we
nice.
named Bulette, who was practically a legendary by the end of our D&D campaign. Anyway, we're finally here. Thank you guys.
Woo!
And thank you guys. Probably no combat this week.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably.
Who knows? You might feel squirrely. Maybe. Who knows? If anybody,
All right,
maybe Mort
Cassidy,
starts
you are
combat
throwing
this
down.
week. Braddock just
Why?
punches the nearest person. Last week we finished book 5. Yay! You guys leveled up to 11. Congratulations.
Yeah, have fun
I had
clapping.
3 attacks.
Oh yeah.
I outside on
He's like,
No.
Okay, this is just the second time you've done it. So I just
Sometimes
I
he
keep
gets
letting you
lost back in the weeds. You know, forgetting to bring
And we'll be back.
I was wondering
My
where
level
Miles
is
was
very
when we were upset.
lackluster. I think I just get a second, 5th level spell slot.
I'm excited
Or
because
and
my
Song of Rest
cantrip.
D8.
My cantrip does more damage.
Hooray!
Toll the dead. Watch. Oh yeah, fuck it.
He rolls minimum damage as the first
So
time he
that
rolls
would
for-
be, in theory,
a 3.
Does anyone think Song of Rest is kind of trash like I do?
It's good on short rests if you need them for combat focus.
Yeah, except in our campaign we never do short rests.
Yeah.
we should do that more.
Before I decided not to sunset
Okay.
run, I was going to get a character that could do a short rest in 10
I didn't know
minutes
Miles
inside
went
of a
out
ring.
when
Like
And
basically
then I
outside.
proposed
he
to
ran out
put it,
and was
also
off
in
in the
the
back
book
like weeds where you
So
not
you
weeds,
put
but
a
like the
dimensional
trees
pocket
would
in
go,
a
like,
dimensional
behind
pocket,
Yeah.
Anyway.
but not setting off the, for
Song
the
of
whole
Rest
thing.
should just be a
And
short
it's just
rest.
a pain in the ass to...
I think a half hour is a short rest.
No, I think Song of Rest should
Oh.
be a short rest.
Oh.
That's fair.
Like in Baldur's
That works
Gate
in
3.
Baldur's Gate.
So you guys beat some vampire lords, got the shit beat out of you more or less, but you guys pulled it off,
I think we're all in pretty rough shape.
kept it together more or less.
Don't talk about things getting pulled off. It's a sore subject.
Not all of us were kept together either.
The meat tubes
that
are
the
back.
map?
That's the map right now. It's just candy
More
because you guys leveled up.
I can do it.
So it
And-
turns out when you slay a vampire, they turn into a cloud
summon
of candy.
mage
They're
hand.
like a pinata.
I like it.
More no space hand.
Why don't we kill vampires more?
I know, they pop like a pinata. It's awesome. Pinata.
Pinata.
That's different, Brad.
I love it.
What? I'm saying pinata.
Pinata.
So what happened?
We're level 11.
You're level 11. You are in front of the private curated collection, the Marquis de Sangre, and you were dropped a stack of papers by Zareth, who seemed to see you all in your visible forms, and you managed to retrieve them.
But he was cool about it.
But he was cool about it.
Be cool, nerd.
And I believe you had a look-see at them first.
Yeah.
I took pictures.
Mort says, turning the pages with his lips.
Yeah, I'll turn the pages for you.
You get your leg sucked out, is that right?
But you guys
Yeah.
found
Okay,
a stack.
I'll prop up Ron and just be like, I've been through this before. Let me help you out.
I'll let you take it away. I'm done now.
Oh, are
That's
we?
my recap.
You're all tired. Let's take a song of rest. I start playing a kazoo.
Will the kazoo make my leg come back?
Oh, it's still
No.
there. Your bones are just gone.
So, the treasure hoard is there.
Let me counsel you through this trying time.
Dropping out of his astral form,
Okay, I put it
some
back.
Dornier assumes his human vampire whatever form.
His vampire form.
He is like fucked up, like foobar. You see, he's missing pieces.
He lost some ribs.
Oh, he lost a lot, but he was also he was grappling the thing instead of
sucked out
attacking.
bones, though, right?
Yeah, but he didn't die outright by being in direct contact with it.
Did
The astral
he
form.
lose any limbs?
Captain Braddock.
He's got an arm gone. He can see. There's just like
But can he regrow?
he can.
I don't need to know these
You
things,
could
I just need to know
roll
where to go.
if you're knowledgeable about vampires, which I think is just you, Sirmia. I'd argue Cassidy probably also.
Be daytime Cassidy,
And
probably.
Daytime Cassidy.
and my
You could do a
sister.
religion check as well.
And my sister.
Oh, you could too, because you're an undead hunter.
Oh yeah,
A religion check.
Me too?
Okay,
Yeah.
2 feet.
Because of
Yeah.
your family.
A religion check?
But you know about
Rapid
vampires
and mini.
specifically.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
So like
those
anything
do.
relating to vampires, you could assume Serbia's been taught, even if like in general you don't know
So, like,
religion.
This is the least great tasting, great.
I guess you could
candy I've
add
ever
10
had.
to a religion check
Oh,
if you
okay,
want to
cool.
take 10. Or I guess
You
it's called
gotta
take
be
10.
hard to
So
chew.
imagine you rolled a 10 on the dice and add your bonus.
Oh,
It
11.
tastes like
Okay.
peach.
Morton,
Yeah.
what'd you get?
26. Sorry, 23.
Okay,
Is this a kazoo?
it is. It actually doesn't work too bad. You gotta toot it though. Yep.
And
It's
that's
beautiful.
the song arrest instrument. Kenny did canonically say they were playing kazoo.
Damn, these mango ones are too good. Anyway, while I get diabetes, you guys, sorry.
We have to stop.
Sirmia,
happening.
I'm
you
just
would,
healing
I'm
you.
getting overstimulated.
Sirmia, you would know, that it's not gonna be like the usual regeneration that, you've seen in the vampires. More, judging from all of this, it might take them close to a month to fully like get back to 100.
Who was Sondoran in it?
Yeah, the guy who turned into the big bat thing and fought the bone monster. Check out our last episodes if you wonder what the fuck we're talking about.
I did use Song of Rest though, so
Yes.
maybe he can get an extra D8 because I'm level 11. My whole level 11 bonus, 1 HP.
I'll take it.
Alright, hold on. I actually, since we are out of combat, CC can just blow all the spells I gave her, and then I'll just turn her over to whatever you want to design her as your backup. Not turn her over, I'll just scrap her, is what I mean.
We don't have that like. What it was like a plus 25 to our.
Just ran in more.
We're the only, do we still have that? Is that
Yeah,
permanent?
it's 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
The what?
The aid.
Yes.
Yeah. For the next 8 hours, you have that boost to your HP.
Got it.
Oh, she only used... Oh, she only has one of those, doesn't she?
Yeah, she used heal on me.
Well,
She
you
has
were...
mass cure wounds.
Yeah,
so
she
his
does.
Heal is 6th level.
We didn't get a long rest, right? Just a short rest.
No, we're still in the dungeon.
Oh,
We're just like taking a post-battle.
Is anybody under magical effects? No, you're all good. All right, she's got
Somebody has
3
a
4th
disease.
level cure wounds.
I don't have a
Being
leg.
disabled is not a
Who's
disease.
looking the worst here?
I'm,
I'm
need-
good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I
yeah, you-
don't have a leg. My pet doesn't have a tail, and I have like probably less than 20 health.
Well, I can help with regenerating, but I'm afraid I can't regrow. We do have some healers, but you may have access. Let me at least. And she's going to cast 4th level cure wounds.
Should
on
I-
you.
And
She has
Cassidy
rescue
is gonna
wounds,
be
right?
like, "Oh, here,
I'll
right
take
now
that.
you need this more than I do, so you
She
can
used heal, which is
use it
6,
for now
right?
to help with the
So I
leg
would
that you
assume
lost."
She has a 5th level.
His arcane
She's got 2
armor,
good levels.
whoever
So she can
wears
do
it,
mass cure wounds
it
twice.
automatically like the
Yeah,
armor
that's smart.
replaces any missing limbs, so you can still
So I
act
can-
like
do
you
you want me to roll?
have
Yeah,
the
you just
limb
roll for it.
if
You
you're
got it.
missing any limbs.
Assume her
So
bonus
Cassidy's
is
gonna
plus
remove his
5.
arcane armor and let you put it on. And since it's magical armor, you can take one action
What is that?
to just put it on.
3d8?
Oh, thank you.
It just
Yes.
slips on. You don't have to take time.
Oh
to
God,
like-
it's pasty
Oh.
white because the
No,
skin
you're
never
right.
shows. Oh God,
As I'm putting it on, it's
the
like
beacons of Condor are lit.
All right.
I'm just screaming as I'm putting this on because my meat tube leg is just like
So-
getting scrunched up in this.
While all of sort of
rolled-
you guys are getting healed, CC's healing all of you. Kenny's gonna let you
I
know
rolled
what
all
she heals
6s
you. Nice.
For what?
for 2 mass cure wounds. Everybody gets 36 plus 10, 46.
Damn.
Each.
All right.
Back up to full.
Nicely done.
I have so much damage.
I'm back to not full.
Sangorinye, while he stopped like literally bleeding out, he's visibly just like you've seen people. This is like the compounded everybody
Sorry.
you've seen
I'm
with
a
a bad
fidget.
hangover. This is like all of them in one person.
Oh, gosh.
And he's just sort of standing there, and Morning River, who has healed up now, his stuff is just bloodied and ripped, is like holding him up. Some of their guards come down. You know, sir. They look to you guys. Sangornier gestures to the treasure room and goes, "Well, I'm sure there are traps. I will help Edmund with."
Oh, real quick. I walk over to the dead body of the Sangri and hold my sword over the relic and ask if anyone has any objections.
Objections to what?
Destroying the relic.
Destroy
Oh, that pipe, that flute of vermin
Oh, the
or whatever
flute?
it is. Yeah, no, go ahead. Just break that apart.
Yeah, look at your Pokedex.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, we
if
have
there's-
that, don't we?
Yeah, let's see if there's a flute.
I'm just gonna hold it.
Here we go. The flute. Beware of continuous intense use test show trend toward grisly transformation. Well,
Is that it?
I think that's it, and the next thing is a ruby quartz headpiece.
Yeah, no, break it.
But the whole page says flute, so maybe the headpiece is on the flute?
Is there a headpiece on the flute?
There's a ruby quartz headpiece.
Oh, okay.
Carved like a...
So that
Kinda
whole
rat
page
thing.
is for the flute, yeah.
Smite it.
Provide base
Break it. Break it.
practice
Break it.
with creatures like ghouls, proper. Did Veld make this?
These are fragments that he crafted from parts of his own humanity as he achieved his divine form.
Does anybody want to use this and become like the Sangri?
No.
No.
Ron just
Should we make a museum?
No.
I think
Should I
he's...
sell it?
Well, you know the answer. Just smite the dang thing.
Oh, yeah, it was my idea.
twain it.
Yeah, 15.
You hit the pipe.
It's got like a 30 AC. So
25/8.
Alright.
How does it respond to a hit? Does it just go like a piece of wood?
So, yeah. Well, no, it hits, and Sermi, it feels like you're hitting, like, a hard piece of adamantine. And it kind of, like, tings, and you notice, like before, and you guys actually see it now that you're out of the heat of combat and everything's not like just fucking hurricanes of shit around you and blood and bone. Literally. That her sword, when it strikes, this almost, and more, you feel this as you've been literally in the underworld, as well as you kind of reached a point in your clerical, you're really good at filing paper, your journey as a cleric, and Sirmia, to an extent, because of your divine sense as a paladin, and just your experience as a hero. Your divine vibes, yeah. But you as a person with perception has still grown with that sense about you. You guys feel like, just like as her blade meets the flute, an absolute clashing of evil and positive energies. And you guys all notice that the edges of her blade seem to start to glow like hot metal.
So we can confirm that this man is evil.
I think that we had that one in check.
I do like how it's a clash between evil and positive energies because we cannot describe Sirmia as good.
Oh, then maybe I'm the evil.
Turns out the pipe is positive. Oh boy.
Sirmia just goes out a twine into
The
her.
battle between evil and honestly pretty chill vibes.
Oh, I definitely would have described myself as chill.
I don't know. I mean, you were pretty unaffected when your dad showed up. You're just like, eh.
That's the
That's why it's unaffected.
that's the trauma.
That's
That's the trauma.
the therapy part.
I'm sorry, who?
I would have loved to know my dad better.
Who's your dad?
Well, I have an answer now at least.
Yeah, me neither.
I have to unpack that still.
Is that funny?
No. I'm pretty,
Sad?
yeah, I'm ready to go
I pat
home.
you on the back.
So I heard something about a treasure room.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a treasure.
yeah.
Oh,
there is.
did it break?
Did not.
If anyone wants to use my meat tube as a,
So it was
as
just
a
like
receptacle
I'm
for the
just gonna
there
go
was
check that
screaming
out.
and glowing from the pipe and the sword, but nothing happened to the pipe.
It's
Does anybody know of adamantine forges in the area?
I stare at Cassidy.
roll me a history check. Anybody at all? I know some people are a little more.
I mean, daytime Cassidy will
Oh
probably
yeah, we
know,
are nighttime.
But
Cassidy.
let's see.
This
No.
doesn't have-
No. Nighttime Cassidy does not.
I think it would behoove us to destroy at least
True
one of
character.
these.
At least you could read the sheet.
Okay.
Anyone else roll history?
Yeah, we'll,
I got a 3.
Okay, I guess it would make sense that you didn't know because the information that was relevant, you were not around in the party for.
It's all good. It's all good.
I don't know what you guys are.
I guess.
That's good.
I guess it'll be good for Julian to study this and whatnot. Who wants to hold it though? I hold it like this.
And I literally just forgot that he's a nerd for his evil family member. I mean, I guess.
Does anybody want this? I don't want to hold it. I'm like holding it with a handkerchief like this.
It's pretty stinky.
It does stink, like rot, like
Fine.
dead rats.
I'll take it, and I put it in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Let's go find the treasure room.
Yes, let's go
I
to the
think it's
treasure
through
room.
that door.
Wait,
I throw a
Mr.
dagger at the door.
Mr. Red, please.
What?
Signorini,
Yes.
do you have more spectral wolves?
Yeah, send the wolves at the door.
Yeah, just chuck them into the traps, please. Unless they're like your friends, which in this case don't.
Are they expendable? That's the question.
Yes,
I
no,
killed like
that-
7 to 12 of them.
Is an extension of my aura, but once they are released, I can't go back to
Well, do you just regrow your aura?
yes, over time, especially in moonlight.
Yeah, this is the last thing we'll ask of you, and then you can
No,
go to
I
bed,
just
old man.
I appreciate it. I could just put my feet.
Didn't I ask something of him when we were in his mansion too?
Yes, it was the wolves. And
Yeah,
to-
I mean you were pretty late on that, so maybe we want like a one-up.
you were late to letting me know when you were going out of your cells.
I'll take the L on this. Let
Now
me
is
get
not the
the
time.
this.
And he summons. There were like 1, 2, 3. There were the ones that were those were taken away.
There's a wolf over here too.
Okay,
These were
so there's
definitely
at
there
least
before you
5.
spilled the
He
candy.
sends them as 2 of them run. The first one,
1, 2,
you
3,
guys
4,
see
7.
like
There's 7
black
wolves.
light with green like emitting outlines,
And then grass and the candy.
just
bags.
like shook down and like stab the first wolf. The second wolf,
That's
as
one.
they jump into the wall, like just
That's
acid
cool.
dissolves away. The wall dissolves. The third wolf runs in and cube style, like a wall of grid
Oh no.
firebolt spells come shooting towards the wolf, and it just gets incinerated and dies at the door.
That's
That's
3 wolves.
Thanks. Mort walks in.
We're not done yet. We have one more wolf.
With your wolf cache,
I put them in the spells
You
because
have
that's
it-
all I can imagine using them for.
you have at least 28 wolf.
I
figures.
printed 14 for that spell.
And you could have rolled 28.
Yep. I rolled before I printed.
Smart.
Does the 4th wolf set off anything?
These are
The
3D
4th
printed.
wolf walks in.
They look really good for.
Thanks. I got a nice 3D printer.
They look like
And
they
super
were
sale.
bought.
Well, I'm working on making that part of the whole diggity dang deal. Just gotta pay for the license.
Okay, what happens
It's
to
not
the other
that
4
expensive.
wolves? Do any of them make it through? Is the question.
The last 2 make it through.
Oh, slay.
Alright.
Slay indeed, Mort says.
All right.
All right.
Within this is they've shown it many different ways. It is less.
Weirdest word for slay is twain.
I love that. Have you guys seen the show Young Justice?
Yes.
Okay,
Is it an anime?
it's an American animated show.
Then I haven't.
It's
seen
a
it.
DC, so
It's
like
really good.
basically another version of Teen Titans.
I'm rewatching.
And I'm just using
Overlord.
that as an example because I'm imagining it very much like how they do their Memento room. But it's basically a large, tall room. I mean, it's much more grand than that. But a large, tall room. There are like long cases in the middle with things, items of various sorts. There are things that seem to be collections on the wall. Like collections on the wall. There's no like hordes and like piles of shit.
Do we
Anything-
get trap vibes?
Sorry?
Do we get trap vibes?
The wolves like Bomberman grid out the whole room.
Okay, and do we get the vibe that that Valdian crack cocaine is in here?
You do not get. Give me an insight.
I don't know if I want to roll an insight. I'll just roll a vibe check. Not 20.
25?
Not 20 on the vibe check.
25.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Gotta love those rangers and their ability to
16.
notice shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're a menace if I'm trying to hide something. 17. All right. So for the most part, like you guys are looking around, you're looking behind like walls, curtains, tapestries.
We have tapestries.
Tapestries, and you don't see any of the giant tubes of necrocore anywhere. But Sermi, as you're looking around, you spot this tiny. It's like this tall. It is like a Red Bull-sized version of the giant tubes you guys have seen, and you don't feel like a pulse, but you definitely see that inside there is like this amount of necrocore just sort of sloshing around. It doesn't seem like drawn, like slapping against the glass that you guys you've seen. It seems more just
Dormant?
interested. It's more just, I don't
But
want to say
there's
checking
something
you out.
moving?
Yeah, like, oh, there's something over there. There's something making my
Okay.
senses go off that way.
Okay, so considering that Cassidy and Ron are the only 2 in the group that are not affected
What
by
does mage
necrocore.
leading it do? It just lifts?
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Okay, I shove
Shakes
it. I was considering someone doesn't have arms. I will put it
Okay.
in
Well,
the direction of the person with arms
oh.
that isn't addicted to it.
Okay.
And it's still, like, at you, Cassidy, it seems to be just sort of almost like a magnet gel pressing up towards you.
Don't drink that.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't let it touch your skin.
Can I, like,
Don't sniff it.
Yeah.
just like a little sip?
Maybe it will regrow your arm.
Looking pretty good right now.
Yeah. I am rather parched.
Did
Actually,
you like roll really low on
Do you
your
think-
yeah, I got a 4 on my inside.
With your insight, Ran, that actually makes sense that you're the one who rolled this. As you're looking around, you notice this vial as well. You're not sure the... Cassidy has seen the effects
does
this
Ron
may or
even
may not
know?
have. Ron has no idea. The
No,
effects
I've
of
never
this
seen
stuff.
this
Just
shit.
bad.
Yeah, so
okay.
this
But
is
you are
all-
drawn, and you notice that you're looking at the stuff on the walls, and you're like, some of that shit is really like destroyed and tattered, and it strikes you that a lot of these are collections of trophies of important people that he's killed throughout the years. Things that they may have worn or had on them.
Is
Some
anything
things you can
intact?
tell are like, there's some things intact, but you can tell that there's kind of like a sixth sense of like the blood-stained armor, the blood-stained shirt, the whatever it
So
was.
nothing pretty?
In terms of clothing?
Yeah.
That would be more in the castle itself upstairs.
Oh, okay.
This
Got some blood-stained
There may
Gucci
be
over
some-
here.
Like mementos.
These are there's also items in here, but he notices, I guess, to say that instead of things just hodgepodge being put up on the wall,
It's like trophies.
yeah, it's like a
his
trophy
victim.
room, and
Yeah.
there's like things in the middle of the room too. But where they're kind of collected, that's it's a trophy kill.
I definitely
and
get that
he-
vibe too.
Yeah.
The vial that Cassidy has, it's called Necrocore. The simplest way to describe it is it's basically distilled god blood, and it's what he's been pumping all of these avatars full of.
Demigod.
It's what
He's
Grailmore
not
had
bad.
in him.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make that very
So
clear
is
when
that
we
what
come
made it
face
run
to
into the
face.
meat
Yeah.
grinder?
Yeah, no.
No.
Long story short, it's bad and really addictive, and once you get some, it wants you,
Yeah, or it
and
made
you
us all
want
hopelessly
it.
addicted.
Yeah, there was a bit of an incident where a bunch of us got both cut with glass and absorbed some of it, so we're all kind of prone to it, which also is kind of bad because that means we're maybe yes or no, maybe in the running to become Ehrenfeld's disciples.
Which was what Grailmore was in the
Which
process
is what
of
Grailmore was
becoming.
in the process of becoming. Yeah, we know.
Oh, well, I'm telling him because his character doesn't know.
So while we are hopelessly resisting it and we are the good guys, it is also good if we die.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you ever see us turn into like what Blissmas or what that bitch is like, you can kill us. Please,
Well, what the hell am I
recommend
gonna do if you turn into that shit?
it. Did you
I'm-
see what we did to him?
I'm not a known twainer. I don't twain shit.
You
I
could.
think you should be more confident in yourself.
Hey, look,
Your
I'm.
dragon is more powerful than you know. I got that vibe.
Well, he will hopefully be after he gets
As
his tail
Amari's
back.
tail is just hanging limply in the air.
He looks so sad without his tail.
Yeah.
He's just in there like, oh. I know, buddy. As my foot is just kind of flopping
Do
around.
dragons are they reptilian in that they can regrow tails?
I don't know. It's a good question. We'll have to ask.
I think it's a TJ question. I think it's on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, a world by world basis.
All right, I've been holding off bringing this book and giving it to you guys because there's so much good shit in it, and I wanted to give it to you first
Ooh.
this way.
I have a question.
Yes, friend.
Do dragons regrow their tails in this world?
Like Mare, would
Like
he?
a gecko regrows its tail?
Do all lizards grow their tail back? I think that's a
I don't
lizard thing,
know.
right? It's just a general lizard thing. Most of them have that ability. I'd argue he could. A restoration spell would help expedite that, but
Could
yeah,
I
over a month.
potentially get like a laser launching tail?
yes, but also keep in mind he's going to grow in size very quickly.
That's true,
Would
yeah.
lesser restoration?
It would help. He's also going to have some magic level up horseshit happen very soon for him, so that might help the tail grow back too.
Yeah.
As he is a dragon, and they're kind of like magic incarnate.
According to the
But-
changes, he grows at
Well, yeah.
level 15.
So Cassidy
15?
will Cassidy
Oh,
will
to
go
large.
ahead and cast lesser restoration.
So when he doth awaketh tomorrow and is a little bit of a bigger boy than when he went to sleep, the tail will be there.
Nice.
All right.
Does that work for my leg too?
So
No.
New. Unless you had like a lizard you get at.
I
or
don't
something.
even know where to start.
At the beginning.
I hear
Should
that's
we
the
just-
very best place to start.
Should we just collect all of the stuff in the center of the room and vibe check it all?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Who has
What if we do it
identified?
like Christmas
I do.
morning?
How many
songs?
identifies do you have? Can you only identify one object, or is it for a length of time you can use it?
It's just one object.
I have a feat that allows me to cast the Identify spell once per
free.
long rest for free.
But then you can cast it again.
Me too.
Yeah, but then I can cast it
How
again
many,
with a
how many
spell
spell
slot.
slots do you have?
Well, let's see
rune I
here.
I don't remember using very many spells.
Yeah, I didn't use very many spells. I don't.
All right.
I have one.
I'm gonna hand this to you.
I have one spell slot.
Yeah, I drained
Yeah,
it.
I know. I think I had one spell slot left as
shot
well.
and mini shot. Sharpshooter is also a.
And we can regain some on a short rest.
Yeah.
Doubles your
Oh yeah, so it's
accuracy.
yeah, it's
That's
a
the one to
level.
let you
Ident-
hit
plus
down
10.
people, right?
Identify is a level 1 spell, and I did not use any of first level spell slots, so I
Alright.
got 4.
But you can also use it as a second level or a third level.
Oh yeah, at a second and third level, and I got two second level spots left, and I
Seven.
actually gained a third level spell slot
So
when I
you can use
leveled
it
up.
7
Sharpshooter,
times, and I
you
don't know
can
if you get a
use its
bonus
max
for using
range
it
of 600.
upcast.
All right. So are you guys just
I
gonna
don't
collect
think
everything
so.
in here while you rest?
Yeah, let us make checks first before we start burning all of our spell slots.
All right. So
Be careful with how you touch things.
Oh,
you
and
need to, use
Identify
my-
is a ritual spell too.
Oh,
Oh, then we
For-
can just cast it. as
I was
many
gonna
times
say,
as we
for
want.
the sake of quickness, what we can do is we'll all roll an Arcana check, and then depending on how high we are, will be the amount of things that I'll kind of like just outright tell you this is what it is.
I feel like if it's anything other than if it's anything above uncommon, then it would be
I'm gonna
like
ritual-
astronomically high to not identify it.
I'm gonna ritual cast Gift of Luck on all of us so we can all have advantage.
Oh, cool.
Alright.
Thank you. Because I just rolled a 2.
I'm gonna use my last gift of luck before you. I got a 19, or maybe a dirty 20.
I have a 14.
No, 19.
For Night Type Cassidy, this is impressive. 26.
Dang.
Because he still
Bastard
he
20.
still has a bonus for Arcana,
So-
even as Nighttime Cassidy, because of a feat he has. But
By the way, tonight's episode is called Bright and Shiny. To start out grim and dark.
So fitting.
So who here got a 20 or higher? You guys zone in. Okay, so hold on.
Me.
I'm sorry. Who got a 15 or higher? What'd you get?
14.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me see what I'll toss you as a 14. There are some things that you would know.
Let me give you a
Here's
pity
your
item.
pity.
Okay, no, actually, there are some things that as a ranger, he would know.
I charge everyone's bardic inspiration.
You
could we add
find
that?
a bundle
We're
of
past
8
that.
arrows. You
Okay.
recognize
Add
them
it
as
next
arrows
time.
of grabbing. These are all things in that book, by the way. These are 8 arrows of grabbing.
Okay.
You come across
7
another
wants
small
to
clutch
slay.
of arrows. 4 of them, called bullseye arrows. And then as you're looking around, your eyes pull up on one other thing. And it looks almost like a crudely carved log made into an arrow, and they're called a deadfall arrow. There's 3 of those.
Like a straight up log.
kind of like a,
the log.
Dead
but like the
what?
size of an arrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Dead what arrow?
Deadfall.
Deadfall arrows. Okay.
Okay. So, who's my 20 or hires? Everybody?
Real quick before you go on to that, what was the 4 you said?
Bullseye arrows.
Bullseye. Okay, thank you.
There's arrow grabbing, bullseye, and deadfall arrows.
Got it.
So
Thank
you guys see Ron immediately just like, well, he starts looking at all these. I thought I took pictures of them
Blood
that I could
gushing
send
out of
you,
his
but yeah, they're
socket.
all.
Well, he has the armor now. That
Here,
Chris
let
is
me-
letting him borrow.
Oh, that's right.
And that's
My-
so we can check those
My
out real quick.
lower body is currently getting filled up. Like the armor is just kind of getting filled more and more with.
Do you have the periapt? Because then it would just be completely shut. Right?
I do, yeah. I do have the periapt.
You just have a little swigging tube.
Something that I can tell you about if you need to know. That's what it is.
What happened to you, Bart?
That wasn't more.
It was a joke.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, I forgot this right at the beginning.
What's
Okay,
that? This is cranked.
it's gonna be a lot of reading, you guys. We'll take pictures of all of these, but just be ready. Arrow grabbing, weapon, arrow, very rare. You have 8 of these.
Berry?
Yes.
Very.
Purple?
This is a, like, 450-year-old vampire. He's been collecting his shit in a magic warlock's lair for quite some time.
And there's 8 of them?
There's 8 of them. His barge head is wound with a fine but strong thread that unravels as the arrow soars. If a creature takes damage from the arrow, they must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 46 damage and have the arrowhead lodged in its flesh. A creature grabbed by this arrow can't move farther away from you. At the end of its turn, the creature can attempt a con save, taking 46 damage and dislodging the arrow. As an action, you can attempt to pull the grabbed creature towards you in a 10-foot straight line, forcing them to repeat the saving throw. If the creature fails, it moves up to 10 feet closer. If it succeeds, it takes 46 piercing damage, and the arrow is dislodged.
Nice.
It's
Get over here.
It sounded like you said 46 when it was actually
D6.
Yeah.
All right, legacy. Bullseye arrow.
Sucker, suck arrow.
Yeah. You're either going to suck if you fail to save,
Weapon.
or it's going to suck if
Uncommon.
you succeed to save.
This arrow has bright red fletching and a blunt. That's the
What's it
the
called?
feathers on the tip. A bullseye arrow. You gain a +1 bonus attack to rolls made with this magic arrow. You have 4 of these. On a hit, the arrow deals... We'll take pictures and put them all on the resources thing, too, in the Discord. On a hit, it deals no damage, but it paints a magical red dot on the target for 1 minute. While the dot lasts, the target takes an extra 1d4 damage of the weapon's type from any ranged attack that hits it. In addition, ranged weapon attacks against the target score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20. When this arrow hits a target, the arrow vanishes in a flash of red light and is destroyed.
Nice.
It just was such. This next one is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever read, so I had to include it.
Yes.
Deadfall arrow, rare. Oh, yeah, dude. Like, you guys are getting so many shinies tonight. I put you guys through hell for the last like 2
I'll
months.
take the pictures and then I'll put them all on at the same time.
Perfect. Deadfall arrow. You get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic arrow. On a hit, the arrow transforms into a 10-foot long wooden log centered on the target, destroying the arrow. The target and each creature in the log's area must make a dex save. On a failure, they take 3d6 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone and restrained under the log. On a success, the creatures take half damage and the creature takes half damage and isn't knocked prone or restrained. A restrained creature can take its action to free itself, succeeding a strength check. It lasts for 1 minute, then crumbles to dust, freeing those restrained by it. Okay, so here's...
That's fun.
I like that.
It was so stupid. I'm like, that's so
Substitution
fucking
juice.
funny. So the first one is the arrow of...
Imagine seeing an
where's
arrow
Brady?
coming at you, and then all of a sudden
I think I
a
read
tree.
arrow grabbing in D.
It's a tree.
It might be a spell that does the same thing.
It's the kind of
Are
thing
these
that
the
when it
same
hits you, it
authors?
just leaves your shoes
Yeah.
in the exact same spot that they started.
Oh, you just lodge and it's a monk just like, oh, you think you could... Oh, God. Deflect arrow... Not tree.
Yeah, I don't think I can catch it.
They get hit in the chest, and there's just a giant dent in their sternum.
So you guys are about to identify a lot of individual items and potions.
Alright,
Where's the other one?
I got my note-taking fingers ready.
Deadfall
Yep,
arrow.
ditto.
I already got Deadfall and
Bullseye?
Bullseye. I didn't see the other one.
Arrow of grabbing.
What's for
Did you get arrow
more?
of grab?
Yeah, I mean, I got grabbing and
More.
Deadfall.
Gone.
Bullseye.
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Alright. And I'll hand this back to you in a second.
Can Mort's arm inject drugs into him?
Yeah.
What happened
What?
to you, Mort?
You've known about
All
this
right.
since the beginning.
Mort
So-
rolled a 4 on his insight with the necrocore, so he just wants it.
I want my...
You should just buy them. You didn't use them before.
All right. First,
got a cold
you
one?
guys These are going to be kind of chunked together because I
You're
went through
cold.
the book. I'm not going to flavorfully put them in order. You find a small vial. It looks like it's blood almost, but it doesn't like stick to the side like blood is kind of viscous, but it has that hue to it. This is called a blood link potion. When you and another willing creature each drink at least half this potion, your life energies are linked for 1 hour. When you or the creature who drank the potion with you take damage while your life energies are linked, the total damage is divided equally between you. It's pain split from Pokemon. If the damage is an odd number, roll randomly to assign the extra point of damage. Or I guess if you're allies, you can just decide. The effect is halted while you and the other creature are separated by more than 60 feet. The effect ends if either of you drop to 0 hit points. This potion's red liquid is viscous and has a metallic taste.
Does it feel sexual?
Yes.
Can I try? No.
These two are right next to each other, so I'll read this and let you take pictures of both of them. This other one, there's only... Oh, there's 2 of these. Most of you kind of like... as soon as you see this, it's called brain juice. It's very rare.
Ooh, it's like,
This foul-smelling,
Wait.
murky, purple-gray liquid is created from the liquefied brains of spellcasting creatures, such as aboleths. Anyone consuming this repulsive mixture must make an intelligence saving throw. On a success, you are infused with magical power and regain 1d6 plus 4 expended spell slots.
Jesus.
On a failed save, you are afflicted with short-term madness for 1 day.
Wow.
If you consume multiple doses of brain juice and fail 3 consecutive saving throws, you are afflicted with long-term madness permanently and automatically fail all further saving throws brought about by drinking brain juice.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gift
Talk
of those.
Yeah, talk about high cost, high
I guess-
reward.
we can give 1 to each full spellcaster.
Okay, yeah.
Well-
that sounds good.
Well,
Mort
Gamble
sniffs,
juice.
Mort sniffs it.
I'm a
It smells like
half
you think.
spellcaster, but
Yeah, that would fill you up.
I'll take both. No.
You can take both.
So the way we'll
I'm not
treat
very
that is
intelligent.
it fills you from the bottom up. So when you regain, it'll start with the lowest expended. So if you've only used 1 of your lower spell slots, boop, that only takes 1 slot, and then it goes to the next one up. That way, it won't be too fucking broken.
Okay.
But still, getting anything back 3rd or higher can break.
I'm just gonna take 1 picture and then it'll be for both of them.
This stuff smells pretty bad, huh, Talani?
Oh, this next one is
Nope, that's wrong.
it
It
looks
does.
like
It really smells bad. Oh God.
a heart-shaped vial with a gold top and a gold bottom.
Mort takes it.
Oh.
This is called Courtesan's Allure. It is uncommon.
Ooh.
What's that?
This perfume has a sweet floral scent and captivates those with high social standing. The perfume can cover 1 medium or smaller creature, and applying it takes 1 minute. For 1 hour, the affected creature gains a +5 bonus to charisma checks made to socially interact to influence nobles, politicians, or other individuals with high social standing. There is 1 of those.
1.
Do I count as a member of like high social standing?
If you wanted to be influenced by it, this is if you guys want to influence.
We have to use the
other people.
whole bottle for it to work. So I can't just go.
It's a tiny little perfume bottle.
Oh, it's just a sample.
It has a
Well,
really
I mean-
long spray.
well,
Just
at
gets
least
hot.
I do know at least nighttime Cassidy is a very sociable person.
I have expertise in most of my social skills.
I was about to say, just give that to or Talani, maybe.
Talani's good.
Talani's also got expertise in at
I'll
least
just
one
hold
of
that
them.
for you. Courtesan's Allure, this is right next to the heart. Yeah, I'll let you guys dive into this book after I give you all these. We'll take a break after you get all of your new shinies.
We're still on potions.
Oh yeah. You find 4 vials of a rusty red gelatinous liquid
We love
that
gelatinous.
glistens with tiny sparkling red
Brain
flecks. This is Ghoulbane oil. This oil can coat 1 weapon or 5 pieces of ammunition. Applying the oil takes 1 minute. For 1 hour, if a ghoul, ghast, or Darakul takes damage from the coated item, it takes an extra 2d6 damage of the weapon's type.
That's like an instant death for a ghoul from Braddock or Serbia.
Pretty cool.
And I think the last of the potions...
Wait, what's it good for?
Ghouls, ghasts,
No,
and Darakul.
How
1
many
hour.
attacks?
for 1 hour on a weapon or 5 pieces of ammunition.
Damn.
So it just stays.
Mhm.
An hour. That's good.
You like rolling dice? Like,
And there's 4 of those. I think
4
we
of
can,
those.
we can split that up evenly to people with weapons.
Talani just.
I've really been
Close
looking
enough,
for
I guess.
more times to use my mace, I guess.
Oh, just wait.
I don't know if I'm going to.
So, Braddock, Ran, Sermia, Talani.
Okay. This one I'm giving you guys
Yeah,
because
but it's my lightning launcher, so it just fires
I beat the
lightning.
fuck out of you guys this
Yeah.
game.
What was that one?
This next one, sorry. This next one is called the Potent Cure. That was a Ghoulbane oil. The next one is called Potent Cure-All. It is a legendary potion.
Ooh boy.
Whoa.
This
Is it glowing?
milky liquid in this bottle shimmers when agitated as small, glittering particles swirl within it. You've seen maybe this used twice in your time at the Abbey. You've seen your dad have to use this on, like, some of the bad... You've seen your Uncle Havrash help some dude you can't remember.
Some dude with red hair.
Some dude with red hair.
How dare he have the same hair color?
Yeah. When
What
you
are the
drink this
chances of that?
potion,
Stupid stranger.
it reduces your exhaustion level by 1, removes any reduction to one of your ability scores.
It regrows limbs?
No.
Oh.
That would have been cool though, I didn't check for that. Removes the blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poison conditions, and cures you of any diseases currently afflicting you.
Wow.
There's one of those.
Who stays alive the most?
Not me.
Yeah, I give it to
Braddock,
Braddock.
Mort's gonna.
Which one was that one again?
Potent Cure-All. We aren't taking a picture of it yet.
This is Mort just wandering his brain. Can I roll a check to see if every time Sermia's father's mentioned, she says who? So I think Mort at this point is like, maybe she's being serious. Has she been hit by a modify memory spell? Maybe she doesn't know. I got an 18. Is that the case?
What?
I don't know. We're trying to figure out if you've been hit by modified memory.
It's the trauma.
Maybe-
What's your bonus?
What am I rolling? Because it's insight.
Yeah, you do insight, I'll do deception.
Oh, okay. I'm probably not going to beat you. What'd you get on the dice?
I got a 15
Yeah,
plus
you're-
13.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Love
The
it.
world may never know.
Let me see.
I'll bring your memories back. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're convinced that I'm modified now.
That's the only thing that makes sense because nobody's that, repressed, right? Like,
Oh, Mort.
Where is it? Some wondrous items. We'll do this
I'll make
before
a
I
great
give you guys one
birthday
last
present
thing,
when I
and then
figure
I'll
this
get
out.
There's so
Wait,
much
it's your
more.
birthday, Mort?
Well, no,
All right.
for her.
Oh.
You find a small little like teardrop of glass, but it's like bright red, like a tear of blood. It's called a blood pearl.
Is it
This
near
crimson pearl feels slick to the touch and contains a mote of blood imbued with malign purpose. As an action, you can break the pearl, destroying it, and conjure a blood elemental for 1 hour.
Jesus.
Wow.
Ooh!
The elemental is friendly to you and your companions for the duration. Roll initiative for the elemental, which has its own turns. It obeys any verbal commands that you issue to it, no action required by you. If you don't issue any commands to the elemental, it defends itself from hostile creatures, but otherwise takes no actions.
I feel like we should put the magic items in a pool first before we decide.
For sure.
Mhm.
Let me take a picture of that. The last thing you guys find kind of looks like the silly ass goggles that Cassidy wears when he doesn't have his armor on. But
Yes.
that's not a picture of them. They're like the
I've
big,
never
like
seen Cassidy
they got like the
do that.
multiple like
Oh, yeah.
lenses.
Yeah.
But there's a different arcane rune inscribed on them. But you guys all recognize it as the Identify inscription. These seem to be goggles of Identify. It has.
So we just use those for the rest of the items.
It has 20 charges.
Oh.
It regains 1d3 at the end of each day.
That's insane.
If you drop to 0, they're just fucking goggles.
They break.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go right back
Still,
to the
it
beginning.
regains every day.
So just keep track of how many you have. We
Wait,
might
let me
have
take a
enough.
picture
of
of the
this.
goggles.
Oh, I just made it up.
Oh, slay.
Oh.
And it's just one of those?
One of those.
Okay.
Let
I'm
me
taking
see
all
here.
the items down too.
Okay.
You guys see a large spear that seems to have blood stained on the tip of it. It is known as a blood drinker spear. I know these are very creative names. Prized by gnolls, the upper half of this spear is decorated with tiny animal skulls, feathers, and other adornments. You get a +1 bonus to attacks and damage rolls with this weapon. When you hit a creature with this spear, you mark that creature for 1 hour. Until the mark ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage whenever you hit it with the spear, and you have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival checks you make to find the target. If the target drops to 0, the mark ends. This property can't be used on a different creature until you spend a short rest, cleaning the previous target's blood from the spear.
Get a new phone.
Friday.
That's crazy that with the name, it doesn't, like, you don't regain it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's the new color.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Surmia, your eyes snap to something you haven't used in quite a while, that you see a very gnarly looking whip made out of what seems to be a vertebrae of some sort. A bone whip. This is a very rare weapon. It requires attunement. It is constructed of humanoid vertebrae with their edges magically sharpened and pointed.
Surmia, we need to have a chat.
The bones are jointed together
different things than
into a coil lined by strands of steeled wire. The handle is half a femur wrapped in soft leather and tanned humanoid skin. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with this weapon. You can use an action to cause fiendish energy to coat the whip. For 1 minute, you gain 5 temporary hit points the first time you hit a creature on each turn. In addition, when you deal damage to a creature with this weapon, they must succeed a Constitution saving throw, or its hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to the damage dealt. This reduction lasts until the creature finishes a long rest. Once used, the property of this whip can't be used again until the next dawn.
So basically, the sword that one vampire that we fought
Bone whip, sound at the bottom.
But it's up at
that was
the top.
reducing
it
our
starts down here.
maximum
I get it.
HP.
Okay.
I'm sorry, yeah, hold it however you need to. Just trying to keep my finger where I need it. You guys also see amongst the armor, it looks like almost like an old ranger's hide. Not specific. I'm just trying to look at the artwork they got here. It looks like leathers with like layered shit over it, and I just immediately thought of that. But it is armor. It's very rare. It is hide armor, so I guess that's probably why I thought ranger. It's hide armor. It requires attunement, and it is crafted from the tan skins of humanoids, carefully preserved and layered.
Oh god.
The armor is always smeared with tacky, semi-dried blood, no matter how carefully it's cleaned. While wearing this armor, you gain a +1 bonus to AC and are immune to any effect that would cause you to lose hit points due to blood loss or ongoing wounds, such as infernal wounds caused by a horned devil's tail or necrotic damage caused by a sort of wounding. As an action, you can transform into a flowing pool of thick blood for 1 minute, or until you use a bonus action to revert back to your true form. Any equipment you are wearing or carrying melds into you, or falls to the ground, your choice. Your statistics remain the same, but any magic items other than the blood-soaked hide cease to function. While in blood form, you can't speak, you are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage, and you can move through any opening as small as 1 inch wide without squeezing. Any creature that starts to turn to your space must succeed on a con save or lose hit points due to blood loss, and you regain a number of hit points equal to half of those that you took. Constructs and undead who aren't vampires are immune to this effect.
Armor that turns you into Grillmore.
Once used, you can't use...
If only Grandma was wearing this.
He could have just slipped through.
I guess I could take pictures of this and upload it to the Discord too. I don't know why I'm making Kenny have to do this.
Well,
I'm
I already took most of them.
Yeah,
so.
that's right. Here. Blood so
Hey,
high.
Ron, how do you feel about becoming a pool of blood?
What? Why would I want to become a pool of
You
blood?
could turn back.
Well, hold on.
There's
because
2 blood pearls. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that before.
Cassidy could turn this into an arcane armor, technically.
All right. Next, you guys find your eyes are brought upon a mace. Mort, your eyes are drawn to this.
Oh.
You love maces.
It's called a bone breaker mace.
Before
It
you go
requires
on,
that you-
for the hide armor, like you said, it was a +1 to AC.
Correct.
But what is like the main AC for the armor in general? Like, so
Probably
like
plus 1.
adamantine.
It's a hide armor, so it's a hide armor +1.
Oh, hide armor +1, and then it. Okay.
I'm gonna give you gunk powers.
The Bonebreaker Mace. It is rare. It requires attunement. You get a +1 bonus on attack and damage rolls made with this weapon.
Oh.
The bonus increases to +3 when you use it to attack an undead creature.
Oh.
Often given to the grim enforcers of great necropolises. It's cities of the dead. Sorry, that took me a minute.
Ellipses.
These dead weapons, Jesus Christ, Swedishes. These weapons can reduce the Walking Dead to splinters with a single strike. When you hit an undead creature with this magic weapon, treat that creature as if it is vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. If it is already vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, your attack deals an additional 1d6 radiant.
Jesus. Yeah, more.
Bonebreaker Mace
yeah.
right there.
I'm not gonna use it, but cool.
Oh.
I think Toll the Dead just does more stuff.
Against an undead?
That requires attunement, that item.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is I don't know if I want to use one of my attunement slots on that.
You get +3 bonus to attacks against undead.
That's fair.
The next one is, this looks like this is a very anime looking lance, where it looks kind of cartoonishly large with almost like a lightning bolt design up front. This is called a Breaker Lance. It is rare and it requires attunement. You get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with this weapon. When you attack an object or structure with this magic lance and hit, maximize your weapon damage dice against the target. The lance has 3 charges. As part of an attack action with the lance, you can expend a charge while striking a barrier created by a spell, such as a wall of force, wall of fire, or an entryway protected by the arcane lock spell. You must make a strength check against a DC equal to 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the spell ends. The lance regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Oh, sir, may you love hitting stuff.
What's the name of the lance
The
again?
Breaker Lance.
Breaker Lance.
Breaker lance.
I get down here in the shadow.
That's actually insane to be able to get rid of a wall of force.
Is it Wall of Force like 7th level?
That's why it's
Yeah.
that's why it's an attunement spell. Oh, my pancreas. All right. All right. Clear the arrows. You already got your shit. No, we need that. Where's this thing? Oh, that's it. The next looks like a dagger with 2 blades, almost like vampire fangs. And in fact, at the end of the hilt, you see a vampire head motif.
It has 2 blades? Or on each side?
On each side, it's like the blades cut down the middle. It's called an exsanguinating blade. This is a dagger. It's rare and it requires attunement. This double-bladed dagger has an ivory hilt, and its gold pommel is shaped into a woman's head with ruby eyes and a fanged mouth open in a scream. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. When you roll a 20 on an attack roll made with this weapon against a creature that has blood, the dagger gains 1 charge. The dagger can hold 1 charge at a time. You can use a bonus action to expend 1 charge to cause one of the following effects. You or a creature you touch with the blade regains 2d8 hit points. The next time you hit a creature that has blood with this weapon, it deals an extra 2d8 necrotic damage.
We have blood.
To be fair, most of the things you fight have blood, even if it's dead blood.
It's a good thing he didn't use that on us.
Honestly, Crescendo could probably use that.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that would have sucked. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, those lucky sons of bitches. Alright, let me see. I think I've got... I think now we're on armor and weapons, baby!
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lark mail. I guess we got... Okay. This looks like a cloak of feathers, almost. It is called lark mail. It is a chainmail. It is rare. It requires attunement. While wearing this armor, you get a +1 bonus to AC on top of the chainmail bonus. The links of this mail have been stained to create the optical illusion that you are wearing a brown and rusted feathered tunic. While you wear this armor, you have advantage on charisma performance checks made with an instrument. In addition, while playing an instrument, you can use a bonus action to choose any number of creatures within 30 feet of you that can hear your song. Each target must succeed a charisma save or be charmed by you for 1 minute. Once used, this property can't be used again until the next dawn. So maybe not an everyday thing, but perhaps a very...
I think we-
I am ready.
Oh, I'm the captain of the Goosey.
all of these people, all of the enemies are just. Wow, he's so talented.
Oh, I was just assuming that was gonna go to Serbia.
Yeah, let's be honest. Who can use this the best?
Yeah.
Again, the nice thing about attunement is it doesn't take up a slot forever. It's only for a day. So if you ever need to just switch them in and out, you can always unattune to something to make room for something else.
Technically, you just need to do it over
A long rest, right? Like
attunement, I think is.
Oh yeah, attunement is. It has to be on your person for an hour.
Oh, and if it's otherwise, it's
like you have to be like I'm attuning.
Unless you're
right. And if it diverts from that, it'll stay in the. Okay.
Tuning in.
All right. So, you guys see a rapier that glows. The best thing I can describe it as is glowing like Sting from Lord of the Rings. Like the picture I'm looking at, it's the literal fucking color of that sword. So I'm just gonna say it's glowing that Sting blue color, but it's like a full rapier. This is called a Moonsteel rapier. This does not require attunement. It is rare. The blade of this magic weapon seems to shine from within with a pale white light. The weapon deals an extra 1d6 radiant damage to any creature it hits. If the creature is a shape changer or any other creature not in its true form, it becomes frightened until the start of your next turn. Just period.
Nice.
They just have to be a shape changer or in a changed form. So I guess you could fuck a druid with that too. At the start of its turn, a creature frightened. Okay. So
wait, would that work for just avatars when they transform?
I think it's still their form. That's a good question. I would argue the avatar might be their true form. At the start of its turn,
Well, it's their base form.
Blissmas transforms, and we're just
boop.
Bitch!
At the start
There,
of its turn,
I said it.
a creature frightened in this way must succeed a charisma save or immediately return to its true form. For the purpose of this weapon, shape change refers to any creature with the shape changer trait. Okay, so that helps with that. But there's other creatures outside of that, but it's talking about that specific wording. That's the
Doesn't
Moonsteel.
even hit him with the blade, just slaps him with the wide side of it.
yeah.
The what?
Moonsteel blade, sorry, it's down there, right. And I think there's a little bit up here.
Oops, I think. Yeah, I gotta redo that one. Yes, blurry.
Tonight's episode brought to you by Vault of Magic by Kobold Press. Sponsor us. We're gonna play Tales of the Valiant soon, dude.
Yes.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's good. They sent me the email like Wednesday that they're starting to send out. They're like, "This is your address, right? Because we're sending shit out."
Yes.
I gotta find a list. I didn't realize how much I backed the project. There's like 8 books coming. I'm not ready. I mean, I'm so ready. But anyway, and I can use all of my Tome of Beasts books that they've already made.
Nice.
I'm very happy with that. Anyway, you guys also find. Where the fuck is it listed there? Oh, okay. They just have almost the same picture.
I just throw them all in
It
a
looks
pile
like
on the
a
ground.
small hand crossbow. This is very rare. It requires attunement. It is called a pistol of the Umbral Court. Woo! This hand crossbow is made from coal-colored wood. Its limb is made from cold steel and boasts engraving of sharp teeth. The barrel is magically oiled and smells faintly of ash.
I want an M9.
The grip is made from rough leather. You gain a +2 bonus on attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. When you hit, and the picture shows normal arrows from what I can see. When you hit with an attack with this, I guess if it's a magic arrow, it would just fit to wherever anyway.
It's a bullet.
When you hit with an attack with this weapon, you can force the target to succeed on a strength save or be pushed 5 feet away from you. The target takes damage as normal, whether it was pushed away or not. As a bonus action, you can increase the distance the creature is pushed to 20 feet for 1 minute. If the creature strikes a solid object before the movement is complete, it takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet traveled. Once used, this property of the crossbow can't be used again until the next dawn.
What was the name of it again?
Pistol of the Umbral Court.
Oh, here it is.
In attack mode.
Strong for
It's
whatever
just a
flavor, yeah.
pistol. It's an
Whatever's
M9.
easiest for you.
Alright, and I
It's
think
a
this
desert
might be the
eagle.
last
Well, the
weapon.
easiest
The
for
rest
you
are
would
going to
just
be
be not
just
to
really
get
weird
you
fucking
a
items
Gatorade.
after this. And I think that will have used up every max charge if I timed or if I numbered this out correctly. If not, we've got a few in your pocket.
We also have the goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've been counting, is how many the
Oh.
goggles we use, and then
Just
he's
don't
got back up.
destroy
And
the
then I've got
goggles.
identify. Yeah.
I also have a way to identify.
Okay. This is a lance. It is uncommon. It requires attunement. It is called the Sanguine Lance. This fiendish lance runs red with blood. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. When you hit a creature that has blood with this lance, the target takes an additional 1d6 necrotic damage, and you regain 1 hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage dealt. I need an Arcana check, though. Oh, wait! Yeah, I need an Arcana check.
20 again.
That was kind
No, 10.
Ooh, 6.
Bastard 20.
24.
Mort. You get the faintest sense of a curse.
On the
subject.
On the uncommon lance?
Mm-hmm.
Mort points at it. That's cursed.
Curse!
I will cast Detect Magic to try and see if I can identify the curse.
Alright, give me an Arcana. We'll do a low DC, because
Yep.
you guys
We're
are
all
already
shouting curse.
Except,
Unclean!
Except Ron, who's
react
just
to this
like
every
going
time
to
we
try
find
and
something
touch
that's cursed.
That is an 18.
Alright,
It's screeching like
becoming
the
attuned with
lemon guy
it extends the curse to
What
you.
is it,
Each
Adventure
day,
Time?
as long as you remain cursed, you have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws until you draw blood from another creature with the lance. Once the lance has done damage to another creature, or its surface has been in contact with the blood of another creature, the effect of the curse is suppressed until the next.
That's not that bad.
No
So,
bonuses
yeah,
for
what
being
he
cursed?
said. That's what I tell you guys. That's what the curse is.
That was weird. What is a D4? 1 D4 day? Is that 1 day or 4?
Well, it's 1 day 4.
Oh, I
I think
see
it's a
that it's
code.
Do you mean
rolls and
wonderful?
potions. Okay. You guys also find a lesser scroll of conjuring. Roll me a d8. You
Oh, I
guys
didn't
get to
take a
decide
picture
how
of the
fancy this
thing
is.
we-
I'm sorry.
I'll roll the d8. 7.
It's exactly 7 fancy.
Yep. Thread count.
Only 7
Dang.
threads in the
It's a
book.
scroll of what?
Conjuring.
Shit,
Lesser scroll of
shit's
conjuring.
scratchy as hell. My God.
So-
Who put this shit together?
This is a lesser scroll of conjuring. By using an action to recite the incantation inscribed, you can conjure a creature to assist you. Once the creature appears, the scroll crumbles to dust and is destroyed. They vanish after 8 hours, or when it's reduced to 0 hit points. It's friendly to you and your companions. It acts on your own. You can use the bonus action to command it however you want. It acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature if it does not have orders. Alternately, you can command the creature to perform a single task, which it will do to the best of its ability. A task can be simple or complex, taking care to remain unnoticed. Take account to the guards, locations, return here, draw me a map, must be completable within 8 hours, etc. This, you summon a Peluda Drake. I will get a picture of what the fuck that is. They're all Kobold Press monsters. They're in one of the monster
What does that
books.
mean, though?
You can summon the monster and it will be your friend. It's kind of like a little Pokemon.
What does a Paluda look like?
Can we make it ride Mare?
Oh no, Mario would ride it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it's a big one.
Drakes are...
Our Lord.
Here. This guy, I'll let you look at it. This guy on the right here. Pass it around if you want. A Peluda Drake.
This is a lesser something?
Yes. Oh, you should see the greater options.
Oh, God.
68 hit points.
Alright. Next, we're in the rings now, baby.
I love me some
Ring
rings.
scroll.
Oh,
Give it that
we
big
about to
leg.
get some.
I love me some earrings. and
Ring.
rings.
We about to get some ice.
Okay, this first one is called the Ring of Hoarded Life.
Oh,
That's me.
God. Thank you. Mare and him would be
I hoard
friends.
Ring of Hoarded Life.
It is uncommon. It requires attunement. It stores hit points sacrificed
I
to
didn't-
it, holding them until the attuned... Oh, sorry,
The
did you get a picture of that?
The Conjuring.
I see.
I should call Brittany.
And then if you really just want to take a picture of the Peluda,
Yeah.
that's really all we need to know. Ring of Hoarded Life. So you can sacrifice hit points to it, and it stores them inside. The ring can store up to 30 hit points at a time. When found, it contains 2d10 hit points, whoever wants to roll that.
I got it.
Let other people go.
Oh, fuck. 11.
Okay. So there's 11 hit points sitting in it right now. When wearing this ring, you can use an action to spend 1 or more hit dice, up to your maximum hit dice. For each hit dice spent this way, you roll the die and add your con modifier to it. Your hit point maximum is reduced by the total, and the ring stores the total up to 30 hit points. This hit point
maximum?
So when you become a necromancer,
your hit point
wizard, then
maximum
that
is
can't be
reduced by the
reduced.
total, but that can come back after a while. This hit point maximum reduction can't be removed with the greater restoration spell or similar magic and lasts as long as hit points remain stored in the ring. You can't store hit points in the ring if you don't have blood. When hit points are stored in the ring, you can cause one of the following to happen. You can use a bonus action to remove stored hit points from the ring and regain that number. You can use an action to remove stored hit points while touching the ring to a creature. They regain the hit points that were stored in it. Or, when you are reduced to 0 and are not killed outright, you can use a reaction to empty the ring of the stored hit points and regain what is in there.
Wait, so if it has 11 stored hit points in it right now, does that mean whoever uses it gets 11 max hit points?
No, but it does mean that technically whoever wears it and attunes to it would have a get out of jail free card if they drop to 0 and don't die outright. They'd be just pumped up to 11.
Grailmore could have used that.
I don't know how much
I
that'll
don't
help
think
the
it
meat
would have
grinder.
helped. The
It
meat
was still
grinder
gonna
would
stand
have.
the meat grinded.
Yeah, the meat grinder would have gotten rid of those 11 points very quickly.
I also need you guys to roll me another d8.
5. Wait, another?
Yeah, I just need that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was another? What was the first?
For
No,
that.
The total amount
The
of
scroll.
hit points that was in
Oh.
those.
Scroll.
So there's a ring of hoarded life. You guys also find a ring of spell negation. It has a little blue rose on top of it. It is 3 charges. It regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. When wearing the ring, you can use your reaction to expend one of them to cast counterspell, and you lose hit points related to the spell's level.
Ooh.
So not too bad.
And what,
And not
what was the
maximum.
5 for?
For
That ring.
you can't use this feature of the ring if you don't have blood. The types of spell you can counter and the amount of hit points you lose depend on the type of ring you are wearing. So, this is a blue one. If you use your reaction to expend 1 charge from the ring, you can use counter spell, and a spell of 3rd level or lower that is from a specific school of magic. You guys got evocation, which is
Oh, yeah.
honestly that's
That's probably the best
Yeah.
one we could have gotten.
Yeah.
For
I
level
think
3,
the only one that was better would be the
like necromancy or something.
the
Disintegrate.
yeah, that or the I mean that's evocation, right?
Enchantment's pretty good.
Yeah,
too.
I was thinking of the spell that defile healing is part of.
I think that's
So we can use that ring to counterspell any evocation spell of
Of
third level or lower.
Yeah, there's
and we
3
lose
charges.
I
and
think
we
this would be
lose
best in the
hit
hands
points
of a
equal to the
non-caster,
total
since it's
spell level.
3 counter spells.
Yeah, so if you
But
if
it
you
requires
counter a
attunement?
3rd level spell, it'll
What?
only be 3
It
hit
requires
points.
Okay.
And it's not your maximum.
Does it
it's just kind
require
of like
attunement?
yes.
Okay.
And
You guys didn't seem too cheesed about the hoarded life, so I'll at least show you the ring of spell negation stats. You do know that there are 2 other
Where is the
rarities,
spell negation?
red and black, and you notice that Estrella was wearing a black rose ring.
What is the black rose? Oh wait, I guess we wouldn't know.
Stop metagaming, Shermie.
You guys can find out. All right, now we're gonna go on to the rods and some wands.
Wait, I didn't get a picture of the spell or the
HP sword one. Oh yeah, the really messed up one. I guess that's for like a tank.
Which
like,
one is it? Hoarded
It's
Life?
it's right here, and then there's a little bit on the other page that I gotta turn.
It's a cool looking ring though.
It's a cool looking ring. It's just it's nasty. I can only imagine that the 2 beefcakes of the party would be able to make the best use of it while not hurting too much from the outcome. Okay. Rods and then some weird shit. You guys find a Ghoulbane rod. It's a rod, it's rare, it does not require attunement. Arcane glyphs decorate the spherical head of this tarnished rod, while engravings of cracked and broken skulls and bones circle its haft. I did not know that haft was the part above the shaft. That's what she said.
Haft and
When an
shaft.
undead,
there you
when
go,
an undead
Ron.
creature is within 120 feet of the rod, its arcane glyphs emit a soft glow. As an action, you can plant the haft and the rod in the ground, whereupon the rod's glyphs flare to life and the rod's magic activates. When an undead creature enters or starts its turn within 30 feet of the planted rod, it must succeed on a wisdom save or a disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures that aren't undead until the start of its next turn. If a ghoul fails this saving throw, it also takes a -2 penalty to AC and dex saves, and its speed is halved and cannot use reactions. The rod's magic remains active until while planted in the ground. After it has been active for a total of 10 minutes, its magic ceases to function until the next dawn. A creature that uses an action to pull the rod from the ground, ending the effect early to use it at a later time. So it is 10 minutes of total use time. Deduct the time it was active in increments of 1 minute from the rod's total active time.
That seems pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a nice little like mini sanctify.
Yeah.
And it doesn't require attunement,
No.
so we can just toss it around.
Okay, I got
Toss it in the
another rod coming your way, boys.
Oh my.
Where's the rod of? They're all here.
Oh
Okay,
my.
ring. Rod. This is called Rod of Sanguine Mastery. It is very rare and it requires attunement. This rod is topped with a red ram skull with 2 backswept horns. As an action, you can spend 1 or more hit dice up to half your max. For each hit dice spent this way, you roll the die and add your con mod to it. You lose hit points equal to the total, but not your max. And a target within 60 feet of you must make a dex save, taking necrotic damage equal to the total on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. You can't use this feature if you don't have blood. Hit dice spent on this feature can't be used to regain hit points during a short rest, but you get them back when you take a long rest. It looks pretty metal, though. These all make sense for vampires, I hope.
Oh, I picked up the theme.
Oh, good.
I wonder if Veld was just like, I want this to be a vampire theme. Or if
You
they're
guys
like,
get the
rid of all
sense
the Veld.
that Desangri probably just like let Veld store shit here. And added himself. All right, 2 wands. One is called a Wand of Giggles.
Let me guess, it allows you to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Let me see. Common. It is tipped with a feather. The wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 of its charges and point the wand at a humanoid you can see within 30 feet. They must succeed on a charisma save or be forced to giggle for 1 minute. Giggling doesn't prevent a target from taking actions or moving. The wand regains all expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On 1, the wand transforms into a wand of tears.
But can they cast spells?
Ooh.
Yes, they can take actions, but they are also giggling, so it'll fuck up somatic options. It's this one. And the other one is a Wand of Guidance. It has 10 charges of guidance. It regains 1d3 at dawn. If you hit 0, it turns into a piece of wood.
Does it require attunement?
No, they're wands.
It's just,
I guess some
it's
wands require
basically just a guidance, but like with a bigger range than touch.
And you still gotta tap somebody, but it's
Oh.
10 uses.
That's funny. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Oh wait, no shit! I thought I made that one up. That is a real thing. The slim metal wand is topped with a cage shaped like a 3-sided pyramid. An eye of glass sits within the pyramid. The wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 of its charges to cast the guidance spell from it. The wand is used still to touch people. The wand regains, so it's 3 free. If you expend all the charges, roll a 20. On a 1, the wand transforms into a wand of resistance. So both wands could possibly transform into different wands if you roll 1 on the uses.
A Wand of Tears and a Wand of Resistance.
No, a wand of giggles.
Well, the Wand of Giggles transforms into a Wand of Resistance.
Oh, correct. Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, now we got some weirder things, and then we'll take a break and finish with you guys getting to the free city. I know Sermon has been waiting for this since like session 5 and like the 3rd ghoul attack. So this is like
So we're so done with undead.
Alright, finally I get to leave all these people.
heads to the city of cities. Okay, Braddock, your eyes draw to something that you have not seen. Grandpappy used to talk about these. He used to have one when you were really little, but he sold it and kind of has been coasting on that money for a little bit.
Huh.
These are called figureheads of prowess. They are wondrous items, and the rarities vary. But you see 2 different ones here.
Figureheads of what?
of prowess. They must be mounted on the bow of a ship for its magical effects to happen. While mounted on a ship, the figurehead's magic affects the ship and every creature on it. A figurehead can be mounted on any ship larger than a rowboat, regardless of if that ship sails the sea, sky, rivers, and lakes, or the sands of the desert. A ship can have only one figurehead mounted on it at a time. Most figureheads are always active, but some have properties that must be activated. To activate it, they must be at the helm of the ship, referred to it below as the pilot, or in our case the captain, and must use an action to speak the figurehead's command word. So, the two that you see here are the manta ray. Oh wait, no, there's only one here. The manta ray. I wrote another thing that has a similar word next to it with the word figure in it. You just see the manta ray here, and it is rare. So it's carved wood, painted very nice runes on it. While this figurehead is mounted on a ship, the ship's speed increases by half. For example, a ship with a speed of 4 miles would have a speed of 6 miles. I think we have 25 miles is what we're at. So it's what,
37
something? Yeah.
37,
So it's
38.
the manta ray, and then
We are
here's like
trucking,
the
actually.
the
I can fit it all in there.
Braddock just sees this guy, goes, "Oh yeah, we're putting this in the freaking
All right, there's just a few more guys. Thank you for your patience.
We're gonna cheat.
Is
You
that what
guys-
it does, or
We're
is
gonna
there
cheat
any
and
more?
raise
That's it. There's other ones. There's other ones, and this might be something you can maybe barter if you see
We're
ones
just gonna
other places.
say we're putting that on the ship. Just now.
Yeah.
That's where it's
Um,
going.
Let me see. This
Any
next one is
objections? No,
it
done
is a
so.
small coral shark. You guys recognize this as a figurine of wondrous power. It is a coral shark.
I'm gonna collect more.
It is
potions.
rare. It does not require attunement. It is a statuette of a shark
This
that
is
can
my
turn
next
into a hunter
Pokemon.
shark for up to 6 hours. It can be ridden as a mount, and the rider can breathe underwater while riding it. Once it has been used, it cannot be used again until 5 days have passed
Oh.
because it's broken as fuck. Coral shark right here, and then here's it follows all the wondrous power. It basically it's a little statuette. You have to speak.
So you become Aquaman for 6 hours.
Basically, you get to be
It's
Aquaman
like my
for 6
lions,
hours.
but more OP.
All right.
But not the cool Aquaman.
This is called
Just
a
like
ghoul light. It is a wondrous item. It is very rare. It does not require attunement.
What is it called?
It is a
Ghoul
ghoul
light.
light. It's a bullseye lantern. It's similar to the bullseye lantern you had. It sheds a light as normal when a lit candle is placed inside of it. If the light shines on meat, no matter how toxic or rotten, for at least 10 minutes, the meat is rendered safe to eat.
Oh shit.
The lantern's magic doesn't improve the meat's flavor, but the light does restore the meat's nutritional value and purify it, rendering it free of poison and disease. So I guess it's kind of a wash. Yeah. In addition, when an undead creature ends its turn within the light, it takes 1 radiant damage. However, there is a curse. When a creature eats meat that has been rendered edible by the lantern's light, they have to roll a con save or become cursed until it is targeted by the remove curse spell or similar magic. While cursed, they have a craving for the flesh of humanoid corpses. If the cursed creature goes longer than 7 days without consuming at least 1 ounce of flesh from a dead humanoid, it can't regain hit points by any means until it consumes such flesh. However, that's a pretty big fucking window to have somebody cast remove curse on you.
Or find a guy.
Or find a guy. It's pretty cheap considering how
Or
rich
know
you
a
guys
guy.
are at this
How
point.
you doing, Lord?
Ghoul light. Okay.
Wait.
No, I'm just
Sorry.
saying, like, you probably know removed curse.
Oh. Well, yeah, I think if you just, like, we kill a lot of people. I think if you just, like, ate one
Just
of their
eat one.
fingers or whatever, like,
Just so much
But
price.
if you're
You don't
hungry
need that
for
much
human,
flesh.
if you're hungry for human flesh, you probably want to eat more than.
Isn't there like, you know, a moral compass though on the consumption of human flesh?
you, like, eat 1 finger a week.
Yeah, there's so many
that's fine.
guys here.
I'm bad
I
with
can see you just like.
What does that have to do with eating human flesh, sir?
I mean, I'm not gonna eat human flesh. You guys.
I'm
can
like,
have
I know
my
on the break you guys are just gonna be like. Anyway, hair pickup protection is the next thing you find. It has a very pretty picture, but it can, like all magic items, it can, however you want to affix it, it will assume that if you want it to be a scrunchie, if you want it to
fuck
be,
yeah. The scrunchie of protection.
it's a wondrous item, it's very rare. This hair pick has glittering teeth that slide easily into your hair. It looks very much like Zuko's headpiece that he holds into place.
It looks like a scrunchie.
Making your hair look perfectly coiffed and battle ready.
Ooh.
Though typically worn in hair, you can also wear the pick as a brooch or a cloak clasp. Cloak clasp, Jesus Lord. While wearing this pick, you gain a +2 bonus to AC, and you have an advantage on saving throws against spells. In addition, the pick magically boosts your self-esteem and your confidence and your ability to overcome any challenge, making you immune.
A moon. Oh,
And
Maybe
can't
you should
save
use
the-
it then.
immunity.
It gives you immunity.
It makes you immune!
Immunity to frightened. It gives you immunity to the frightened condition.
Well, maybe I should use that.
Immunity
I
to
would
the
love to feel good
frightened.
about myself for once.
That requires attunement, I'm guessing.
No.
You're
Hey,
gonna wear a
sir,
spreadsheet?
Sir,
okay.
can I borrow that?
Just so confident. I'm just
You're
gonna
wearing-
grab
You're
that and
wearing it,
flip it into my beard.
That's hilarious.
Everybody knows I love high ponies.
Braddock immediately gets like those
Opaque
overdrawn
protection.
like anime dark lines and like the he's like on his like eyelashes and stuff. Let me
I
see.
look like Dracul Mihawk now.
We have something here called a hunter's charm.
What's actually a really good item for a fighter.
Great. This is the
No, I'm
uncommon.
done.
It is a +2.
Oh.
This small fetish is made out of bones, feathers, and semi-precious gems. Typically worn around the neck, this charm can also be wrapped around your brow or wrist or affixed to a weapon. While wearing or carrying this charm requires attunement by a ranger, you have a bonus to attack and damage rolls made against your favorite enemies. The bonus is determined by the charm's rarity.
What's its rarity?
Hey,
+2.
Ron!
Hey! That seems right up my alley.
Quite literally.
I had like a whole cache of like, okay, they killed vampire hunters, and I'm like, this is too much shit, and I had to like just take out like a bunch of items, and I'm like, no, nope, they don't need all this. We have one more thing.
Oh,
What are these?
One more
Those
thing.
were things that I thought about using, but I
But
did like dove into this book yet, so I thought this was a great opportunity to learn this stuff from here. And I'm going to get the PDF onto the resources as well, but you guys can also look at this book now that I've given you some goodies. I'm trying to find where it's written. I want to make sure I read it correctly, too, because it's got a weird name. It's a Shuritnandan Sitar.
Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to spell that.
Oh, it's so easy, though. No. It starts with Z. I'm wrong already.
No, actually, would
All
make
right.
sense because
It actually
it's
starts-
It is a
typecasting,
wondrous
and you got
item.
the
It is
headband
very
of it,
rare. It requires attunement by a bard. An exquisite masterpiece of
Is
craftsmanship.
it a musical instrument?
It's a sitar. It's like the long...
Like the.
Is it like one of the... Or I guess that it's not one of the 7, because...
No, this
The
is an
seven
exquisite, which would be-
legendary-
So I guess there's more than 7.
One of the 7 legendary instruments of land.
You must be proficient with stringed instruments,
Okay,
which
I
we know
kinda
you
wanna
are.
make
A
that, 'cause
creature
that
that plays
sounds
this
metal.
instrument without being proficient must make a wisdom save or take psychic damage.
Oh boy.
The exquisite sounds of this sitar
much?
are known to 2d6.
Oh.
So you could kill a peasant with this. The exquisite sounds...
Blew their mind!
The exquisite
Prove it.
sounds of this sitar are known to weaken the power of demons. Each creature that can hear you playing the sitar has advantage on saving throws against the spells and special abilities of demons. Spells! You can use an
We got some
action
demons.
to play the sitar and cast one of the following spells from it, using your spell save DC as a spellcasting ability. Create food and water, fly, insect plague, invisibility, levitate, protection from evil and good, or reincarnate.
Oh my god.
What?
Once the sitar has been used to cast a spell, you can't use it to cast that spell until the next dawn.
It's just like the other ones.
Summon. If you spend 1 minute playing the sitar, you can summon animals to fight by your side. This works like the Conjure Animals spell, which is in one of their books.
I can make wolves.
Except you can summon only 1 elephant, 1d2 tigers, or 2d4 wolves.
I can summon wolves.
So here we go. The Shuritnandan Sitar, which starts down here
That
and
is
ends up there. We're going to take a
insane.
quick
Oh my
potty
God.
break.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down.
Like, look at
Let
everything.
him rest. Let his ass rest. You don't need to play 2 characters.
I'm just saying.
Now, you're fine.
There's nothing left.
Fully
You need the body to
uninterested.
It
reincarnate.
says a piece, so if we can find just a piece. Of
There's a smear of Grailmore. You're gonna have to find someone to make an argument for Grailmore because he can't make it for himself right now.
He
Yeah,
is
who-
in
who
I
is
command.
asked
who in
Hecate
this
and she said
party-
he can't come back.
All right.
They have a punch card system down there. And he's
And we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Guess who's back again?
So, you guys got a lot of goodies. You got some juicy information there. And you eventually hobble yourselves. Eventually, people bring you like crutches or wheelchairs to just get you like safely. But as you guys are brought like up through the grotto and the mansion, you realize why it took the wolves and Morning River and Sungornye a little bit to get to you. As you see, there is a trail of bodies of all the Sangri and Estrellas and Desmond's guards that they had to fight through to get to you guys. And as you step out, Sungornye is off being tended to by his people and Morning River's people. Morning River is doing his best to try and get the people who aren't immediately trying to rebel under control. Everybody who is sort of like putting up a bit of a fuss, they're sanctioning off to a corner to talk to. But you see people trying to point to you, and Morning River turns and goes, perhaps it's best if you just... He gestures off the hallway that you guys came in. Everyone, please, please, we shall talk more about this tomorrow.
What? Head down the hallway.
And back out there,
we're
you
the
see,
ones that killed them.
Yeah, you see Cesares Jr. and your mother.
What? Whose mother?
Hers.
Thank you. So
I was going to say Cesare's mother. I mean, but that's her mother.
Yeah.
I think Morda's going to try and say thank you to Zermia's sister and Zermia's brother. Thank you so much for all of your help, buddy.
I don't know how you feel about
But
the
he-
father, but also thank him as well.
Dad's.
I whisper to Cecilia,
Come with me.
And you'll be in a world of pure change.
we're going to the free city.
Your mother speaks up and says, let us away from all of this. I believe
Is it daybreak?
it is approaching dawn.
You good? You need an umbrella?
As long as I do not spend an extended amount of time in the sun, I just feel a little
Do some SPF
weary
50.
in the sunlight. Thank you. I plan to rest shortly, but I believe your allies have docked in the harbor in the... What was the name? Cesare. And
Yes,
your
yes.
brother looks and goes, the SS whatchamacallit, Mom. Yes, the SS whatchamacallit.
It's a clever name, I know.
Yes.
Yes, he's the smartest person.
I can
in the
tell
party
that
right
my
now.
19.
daughter fits right in with all of you. Please, and she gestures towards where you guys are just, you've never been there because you were brought in on the prison ship. But you are brought to the shipyard and you see the SS whatchamacallit. Christopher, Julian,
Excuse me, I gotta go hammer some nails. in
Tram
this
and
thing.
Bryn. And you can see kind of drinking with, tattered, bloodied swords
so
next to
pretty.
them.
I am a shipbuilder, actually. That is my background.
Is Cesare Sr., Cesare Belmonte, and as he sees you guys, he stands up and just comes, and your mother and him kind of like stop and aren't sure if they should go to each other, and then they just like run an embrace, and your sister and brother
That's cute.
embrace.
I watch from a distance.
I tap Zermia on the back. Go.
I'm cleaning the blood out of my
Go
hair.
see your family.
Oh, that's
If it, just for like 1 second.
I see them right over there.
Go
I don't know
hug
why
them.
they're hugging that
He
stranger.
looks over.
I think it would be healthy for you to just get in there for just. For me, do it for me.
As you're
God,
saying
no.
that, he is approaching you guys. He doesn't look as weak as before.
Who?
Perhaps somebody.
Oh, that's right, the modified memory.
But he stops.
Hi there, Serbia's dad.
Captain.
I don't know what the fuck this guy's
Um,
on.
You have to stop.
If the sun breaks at any point, then Cassidy's going to transform again. And
Okay.
I think this will probably be the first time that it transforms from nighttime Cassidy to daytime Cassidy without getting any sleep in between.
Oh yeah.
So,
He looks to all of you.
You're also effectively naked because you gave your armor to Ron.
he has
Oh!
clothes under his
Oh
armor.
yeah, that'd be so funny though.
I'm naked under my
This
clothes,
whole time
actually.
so you're just I got to imagine you're in like the striped boxer shorts and like a tank top, but still with like the Iron Man helmet on, and like booster boots, so you can still like levitate. But looks to you all.
The naked version of LeBron.
Clearly, my daughter is thriving. Much more than
More like twining, but yeah.
in our family. It's the same thing. But he looks over your shoulder, and you can see he's looking at the sword hilt over your back. And then he looks you in the eye.
You got beef with me? You want to fight?
I think you got beef with him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
You see like a little orange light, like right in the center of his pupils. And he says, the sword has started to respond to you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Stop taking coke.
Yeah, this guy's obviously on something. I had to go take a nap.
You can wait just a little bit.
I curl up on the floor.
Just right there on the dock.
Yeah.
If Mort kicks you in the ribs.
I swear to God, I'll dimension door out of here.
You're so close to a breakthrough. Do you have anything you want to say to your daughter?
Why is everybody so crazy today?
And he like kind of stops, looks off into the distance, and then you see his like chin kind of do the dimple thing, and it kind of quivers a little bit. And he's looking like down at his feet. But you can just see like the big like ghibli like tears glopping down from his eyes, and he's just like, I wish I had known the extent to which my decisions drove you away. And I wish I could take back Malwa, perhaps second after. I just...
Oh, isn't he still coming?
And after I lost them, I clung onto you in the worst way possible.
Perfect timing.
And he kind of looks to all of you and says, I don't expect a warm welcome or an acknowledgement, but thank you all for keeping her safe. And you see him look up to Malthea, who's just like stabbing down at the banister. And he's like, thank you for keeping her safe. And she kind of like looks at him, stops stabbing for a second, and just goes back to stabbing the banister.
Alright, fine.
I dimension door into my room.
And he goes,
It's okay, sir. I feel like I'm law duty bound to.
and he pulls you in close, and he goes, keep an eye on her
And
with that
it's-
sword.
It's the dimension door that explodes, so everybody's enshrouded in a cloud of smoke.
Ninja Star!
That's hilarious.
That smells like brimstone.
Cesare says,
All right. All right. Who passed gas? That was just rude. You could at least said something.
Well,
Rod,
do you
he
think
who
you
smelt
are,
it
Night
dealt
Crawler?
I
Hey, I lost a leg. You can't give me that kind of shit, right?
I have lost the leg too.
I understand you're headed to the Free City.
Yes. Which your daughter is very excited about, by the way.
There's a free city?
Keep an eye
I'll
on
take
her. And she looks to you.
Different
Mort,
different
She's
free.
like, if she goes to the black market, keep an eye on her, please.
She will evade me.
I am
will.
the black market.
That's the right attitude, sweetheart.
Well, no, I'm
Yes, I know.
So what about that sword?
For years, that blade has been passed down by those who have inherited the divine soul.
Just a few.
From myself,
I thought you were in your room.
I am in my.
it
Just screams out the window.
had intended to go to Sirmia, who we thought would inherit the soul, but it was Cece who showed promise. And when it happened to disappear, when Sirmia did, I knew she was at least skilled with the blade, but she could not unlock its full potential. But from reports that I've heard of encounters down below, it would seem that the blade has started to respond to whatever spark of the Belmonte spirit lies within her.
Well, if you said twining's a family thing, she's been doing it exceptionally well.
Well, if things continue as they seem to be going, she may get even better at it.
Horrifyingly well.
Yes, and she may get horrifyingly better.
She's
Well,
definitely on the pro circuit of twining at the
Yeah, well, and if she's
Definitely
only
a rookie of the year candidate.
Yeah.
if she's only gonna get better at it, then that's good for us.
Her twining average is pretty high right now.
I think what they mean to say is that
What is it like?
sometimes I
319?
don't know how I feel about your daughter, but
Yeah.
I have watched her lie and cheat and
she's
twain
twining
her
with a
way into
360
being
average.
somebody
That is
we all
unheard
care
of.
about. So I think she's in good hands with us. Good hand, I suppose.
We're having a point moment while we talk about batting average.
I appreciate that.
Mord's like trying to speak kindly about her while also roasting her and saying that she's in good hand.
Good one, Mort.
I'm sure we will be in touch. There's still time before the Winter's Gala. Perhaps I'll have my dancing legs back. Maybe.
Well, you got two.
I'm like
Hey,
about a third
hopefully
of our
I'll have-
party.
Hopefully,
And
I'll
as
have
you guys
my
are
leg
walking
back.
up, Lordio's just like, work! I was so bored!
Those two.
This one's cursed.
All right,
Can you help me, Lordio? I got a meat tube down here.
so
we
have 4 days of downtime. We'll talk
That's
about
it?
that. You guys can look at that from here to Tabla? Yeah.
Oh, we're traveling though.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many
I
days
think,
did you spend?
4 days.
Wait, is that with the speed boost?
And then what are we gonna do with Talani's send off? Because Talani's technically still with
Probably
us
in
at
the
this point.
city.
I gotcha, yeah.
We'll work on that. Tawny's still here.
I think for Mort's first night of the long rest, and probably I think you guys see in the morning that Mort's eyes are just really still puffy and red. Mort didn't sleep at all, and is just kind of processing everything that he went
So
through.
we have
'cause,
like a big.
Yeah, you had a quite the day,
like, so,
Mark.
well, it's like for 2 days because like one night of my long rest was also just in duress in a hostage situation as far as I was concerned. So Mort went on his very first date, went to hell to confront a god that he knew could kill him in a breath, saw his dead father, met his mother for the first time, came back to the party, watched a friend die, kidnapped by a vampire, lost an arm, almost died again. It's been a very long 2 days before, and he has had no time to process any of it. So I think he just has a little breakdown when
And
he
that's
gets
why
back to
30
the ship.
magic items.
Yeah, I think Mort just sobs for a long time.
Cassidy is going to put together a ceremony as like a final goodbye / send off for Grailmore, and he's going to invite everybody else.
You didn't even know him. No, I'm kidding.
Well, apparently Cassidy's the only one who actually cares.
I was going
We've
to.
already mourned him twice before.
That's true.
Yeah,
Cassidy
there's
has
But
two
this time it's
gravestones
for
over
good,
there.
apparently.
There's 2 gravestones in the corner of the ship over there. Do we really need
I
to
think
throw-
if
Just
you, I
see
think
some
if you let
flies
us
buzzing
do
around.
something, we would have done something with it. I was planning on doing
Let
something
him do it.
nice.
Okay.
Let him do it.
If you want to do it, that's okay.
Yeah, we'll do
We don't
something
even have a
else.
body. It's literally just like weird effluence on it.
Julian attends.
More to tense.
I feel like I'm there because I.
Julian
just did
leans
shit.
over and he's like,
Serbia's eating breakfast on the same level as
Mortimer,
That's
haven't
where
we
it's
done
at.
this
Different parts
twice
of the
already?
Yeah, well, I think it's gonna stick this time.
I see. Well, you should be praised then.
Probably. We'll see.
Well,
Yeah.
Should we put Talani in the
What do you think
pool of
Owen
magic
wears?
items because we don't know she's leaving yet? Just like
Yeah, meta-wise we would.
and how do you spell cast?
CASSIDY.
Okay.
I spell it FRIEND.
Oh.
S.
Okay, so
appropriate.
The
the only
cantrip.
thing I know for sure is that Serbia can only be the only one wielding the sitar, and Rand can be the only one wielding the hunter's amulet.
Hell yes,
I got
can.
that hair pick.
I would argue
How are you
that.
doing it on 2-minute slots?
Oh, that doesn't require attunement.
It doesn't?
Nope.
Oh my god.
The one
I
that stuck
picked it
out
up
the
for a
most to
reason.
me is because everybody has talked in some Mort flavor moments about Mort's staff, despite the fact that Mort has never actually had a staff. I think what is it
The
called?
Ghoulbane?
Yeah, the Ghoulbane, that would be pretty cool. I think if there's no arguments, I might take both things of the brain juice, because I probably...
No arguments. I wouldn't be able to drink it unless I was wearing the amulet that Braddock has.
Yeah.
I would argue that Cassidy would have the best use for the googles of why did I say googles? Goggles. The goggles of identify.
I think that was the point.
Yeah.
So
I think Ron could benefit from that crossbow too.
Yeah, the pistol of the Night
The
Court.
M9.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Night Court.
M9.
Yeah, sorry, Night Court.
Googles.
I guess I'll take the Bonebreaker mace, because I feel like that was made for me.
You got Bonebreaker,
And the Ghoulbane.
Brave
I've already
Juice.
mounted the figurehead of the ship.
I'll take the
she's
Blood
posted
Pearl.
today, Brad.
I want one of the blood pearls at least.
Yeah, there's two.
His hair is just like straight
My
back.
perfectly
I'll take
coiffed
one. I haven't
beard
had some
billowing
up to
in
this
the
point.
Right, as you guys are traveling, you notice that one dragon turtle's been following you, and you just
Oh,
like.
I want the shark
Right,
since
it's
I've
like-
been collecting.
since I think artificers
I thought we
are
had
the
a
only ones
thing.
that have proficiencies with pistols, unless there isn't any argument, I would take the pistol of Umbral
I think
Court.
we're on
It's a hand
Rand already
crossbow.
took it.
Okay.
It's a crossbow.
It's a crossbow. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The name had pistol, so I just assumed it was a pistol. Never mind then.
Let's see.
What
were the rods you took?
I took the Ghoul Rod.
Uh,
Ghoulbane Rod.
Is there a picture?
Ghoulbane Ron?
Oh, and you guys.
I'm a Ghoulbane now?
the Lark Mail armor. What was the effect of that one again? Because the hide armor was the one that allowed you to turn into blood, right?
Yes.
And then
Oh, that's for Rand.
Okay.
and then
You took the Sanguine Mastery too.
Which one?
That's the second rod.
That
I
hide,
know that they took the Ghoulbane rod.
I took the Ghoulbane Sanguine Mastery. I'm indifferent
that
on.
hide armor, I can wear my cloak over that, correct? Okay, cool.
I'm related to our loot pool, especially because I know you
Who has the
leveled
highest
up.
hit die? Probably Braddock.
Probably
Talani.
D10.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Talani or Braddock would serve best for that because they're the sponges.
Which one?
Sanguine Mastery because the damage is based off of hit dice.
So, let me find it.
I don't remember.
I'm
what it is.
related
it's got the red
to
skull.
The loot pool, depending on, because I know you
With the
leveled up
horns.
as an artificer.
Yep.
I think you said there's that one
Requires attunement.
Oh, okay. Then we'll give it
magic
to
item that you
Talani.
can make that would give basically
Honestly,
alert
if
feat.
she's
Oh,
so
D10
bad,
is
or
my
I think
favorite.
before
Yeah.
advantage
on
on sank some hit
initiative.
dice in that.
I'm sorry. What? It was a helmet. Yeah.
Sermia can't wear the Lark Mail because of her mithril armor.
Yeah, that might be
Unless
more of
they
a
switch it
situational
out.
switch out.
Yeah, that would be like something that
The helm
maybe I
of
could use
awareness.
to charm
While
the
wearing
crowd.
the helmet, a creature has advantage on initiative rolls and can't be surprised, provided it isn't incapacitated.
Would that mess anything up for you to make one of those for me?
I would have to get rid of one of my infusions that I've already made.
Okay.
And I have a total of...
I give the bone whip to Malthea.
1, 2, 3,
Thank you.
1, 2.
Oh my.
This is a selfish gift.
Man, there was some weird like cracking noises coming from that room.
Honestly, if no
I have
one
a total
wants
of 6 infusions active, but 2 of them have to be on my arcane armor. So I think the 4 infusions that I have active currently,
Returning barrel.
the returning barrel, your ring of recovering a spell slot of level 3 or lower.
Yep.
Then I did
And Ryan gets the arrows.
and then
Oh,
I did
yeah.
all of them.
an armor infusion for Braddock. It was the armor of magical strength, and then the 2 and then I had the winged boots the
For yourself.
for myself, and then the
Are we
2
going
that I
to
had
Someone in her
on
party
my
have
armor
real
were
large-
Going
enhanced.
for what?
He does.
Why are we covering this?
I'm just.
I was trying to see because I know that Artificer can build an item that would give me advantage on initiative. Because I typically roll pretty low, and a lot of my buffs would be good to buff you guys before
you
you
would
go.
have to hit that off so quick.
Yeah.
Well, Talani's
Can you
leaving, we'll
imagine
get
though,
rid
like
the
all of a
returning
sudden,
barrel.
like a trunk the size of a sequoia
Eventually,
just.
Yeah, so my maximum
Cool,
infusion. So I'm at my max infusions,
Yeah.
and this
I already
already did not
grabbed
give
that.
me another
There's
infusion.
4 of them.
Yeah,
That was just
we
like
split
me
that up
theory
between
crafting. So
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Talani, you, Rin.
Okay. That's the Ghoulbane oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys have, I said 3.5, Kenny. It would be 3 days. You shave a whole day off with your speed 1.5. You know you'll
What
be
does
getting.
Lordio accomplish in that time?
So what he talks to you about, Ron, is he suggests when you get to the Free City, you find a healer, pay some money.
Okay.
Because with your transformations, it would be hard for him to make tech that can do your body transformations
Yeah.
for you.
If
Yep.
it doesn't not
But
require
magically,
attunement,
someone can
yes.
just like make a leg
well,
grow
we'll
back
give it
for
to you
you.
anyway.
Just
I don't
costs a
know.
little
I
bit of
haven't
cash.
checked yet.
Okay.
But you guys just got a lot of platinum.
yeah, I think we have
Um,
as a party. We probably definitely
for
have
you,
one.
Mort,
or the ring of spell.
It's like
Oh, yeah,
modules or
yeah.
something.
If they don't
Do you have
require
any-
attunement,
I know
I
the
have
spell negation
thoughts, I
requires
have ideas, but I don't
okay,
have
then that one's
specific
going to be an issue.
mechanics.
Then I will.
Don't
We'll
you
talk
get
about
more
that. We'll
tools
talk about
also?
that.
We'll
I-
talk
Yeah,
about
but I
that.
did not
I've got
gain
some
an
workshops in
additional
the
one
city.
at level 11.
Yeah.
My attunement slots are already maxed out.
Julian dives into
Unless.
bees.
Someone's gonna need to take it because it's counterspell.
I'll take it. I think I only have really one attunement slot right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it's
the
my armor. Like I don't have that
Um,
many.
What's it called again?
It's the
ring of
the
spell negation.
ring of spell negation. Then he can
And it's blue, which I guess fits the
he
kind
can
of
cast counter spell on,
Hecate
on an
theme, yeah.
evocation spell of level 3 or lower, and then he just loses HP equal to the spell's level.
So, Julian's poring over. It's night. Braddock, you've decided. You know, you're pretty much out of the Lubrin mists at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
quick thing during the day. He cast
Sorry, I forgot about
daytime Cassidy is going to use
she does decide to go.
his spell storing feat, so he's going to take the sword that you use the
I would-
most, and it doesn't matter whether it's
I would
already a
probably try and
magical sword or
convince her
not,
to, like-
and he's going to store
Yeah.
the enlarge reduce
By
spell
saying-
in it for you.
I could use your help.
I
So
knew that was
I'm
coming.
still gonna
10
try and find
times.
a.
That's so dumb. I love that.
I'm
It's
still
just
trying to find
be
a cure. For...
Speaking of the
Yeah.
enlarged spell, I was just saying to Mike,
No.
it'd be funny if we could pull it off where I shoot one of those arrows, like the arrow of luck,
Yeah,
and
that-
then all of a
Side
sudden you
quest,
enlarge
not so
it.
much
Like all of a
I'd
sudden
love
it goes
that
from an
adventure
arrow to
connected
a size of a
Celia,
sequoia.
bullet that makes you fucking-
But yeah, and it
Celia
doesn't have to
Martini
be just
just
himself. He
destroyed
can use that to cast the enlarged spell on anybody he
Oh,
wants.
nice.
At
So,
higher levels, I can grow over to 40 feet tall.
Potent cure all. We're just gonna put it in the party bag.
Oh, I don't have that?
It's gonna be a situation.
whose bag is the party bag?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Braddock's is the
Party bag.
Party bag.
Blood Pearl goes me and more. You get the spear, the Blood Drinker's spear. Any weapons that weren't already taken.
I will
go
drink
Braddock.
the blood of my enemies. This
You guys are Braddock. It's nighttime, but you know you can actually drive at night.
This is new. Awesome. I can finally navigate by the freaking stars. I've been trying to do this for years.
Yeah, and as it's you know Julian and Chris are they're early birds and night owls. They're kind of used to being your right and left hand people on the ship. And Lordio, I don't know if he functions like a normal biological creature, so he's awake in his little workshop.
He's fooled on coffee and cocaine.
Pretty much. That fade, baby. His coffee has a little pink tint to it.
I know it requires
Sleeps once a week for 45 minutes.
How are you doing on sleep, by the way?
I'm only ever
Are you
gonna
hanging
use
out on deck with...
my weapon or a dagger.
Yeah.
Just in general, I think Mort's hanging
And
out.
you're
I
the
think
person
he's
that
not,
holds
It's
on.
not.
not
It's like 1
sleeping.
a.m.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Mort's probably up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, most people are, passing out, reading in their cabin, whatnot. You're walking that line, so you're keeping close people near you while you're like working through some stuff.
Ron
Yeah.
is just sleeping with his
But
leg,
all
like,
of you are
up on
just sort of
his
sitting there. So, Braddock,
Yeah.
Mort, Chris, and Julian, you guys are sitting there on the deck, just going along. You know, in like an hour, you're gonna see those city lights just up over the horizon. You can feel the excitement in the air. You can even feel from like your sleeping friends like down below. Everybody's just got that like ooh, and then you guys hear a kunk, dunk, dunk.
From the ship?
It is coming from the ship, and you guys look down, and you see. It looks like a small object being like something like inchworming, pulling it along, but like a big thing coming out of a small object, like pulling it along, and it's coming from Talani and Sirmia and Malthea's room.
What is?
I use my ghost eyes to look at it.
You look. It looks like Sirmia's bag of holding with a meaty ass fucking arm, like clawing its way towards the edge of the ship.
Whack! Great weapon master. Whack, whatever the hand
Peaceful
is.
music.
Yeah, right.
There we are.
What is it?
Is it considered prone?
Seems
I
like
need you
an
to
arm
give
is
me a
pulling its-
dexterity save, Braddock.
Because this is Reaper Sunny.
Is this night?
Nat 20.
Oh.
Oh,
Reaper
beautiful.
Sunny is not in my bag of holding, is he?
What?
I thought we took
Reaper
him out.
Sunny's head is in your bag of holding. Oh, you guys didn't read the magic item things? You didn't look at the innocence tier? I checked that one out.
Oh shit.
Braddock, you come and you swing, and the arm, like, comes to catch, and you just, like, chop into the palm, and it, like, slops down as the arm is there, and you see coming and reaching out, sort of towering over, hobbling, a skeletal reforming off of the head, like Sunny, the scythe in one hand, and you just see a explosion off his side as the reforming body gets blasted off. Lordio holding a clearly not completely tested cannon that he had been affixing. The barrel is like floured out. He's got like the soot on his face. But you see Sunny's body kind of and glob down as you
Down into the water.
glob down into the water, and you turn. As you guys keep going forward, nothing else coming out of the bag of holding. Nothing.
Well, it's a good thing the spear was
Mort
given to.
is going
Nothing-
to put on the cloak of the manta that I still have and jump overboard.
Oh, okay. I mean, you guys are going pretty fucking fast right now.
I throw out my
the boat.
shark and jump into the water. Too.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
I can slow the boat and take it back, especially if she's floating in the water to give us a point.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm also in the water.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I assumed you were diving down. You can at least stay
All right.
I'm diving
Well,
down.
you guys are in deep water at night in the magical ocean. I need you to roll me survival checks with a teleporting sphere.
Both of them or
Like dice.
everyone?
The ones that are in the water. I'm sorry.
With 15.
Survival.
I can't go in
And
the
why
water.
This
I
is
only got one
nighttime,
leg.
right?
This is nighttime.
Okay,
17.
so it's nighttime. Cassidy can't really do Flash of Genius at this point.
17.
14.
You guys are looking. It's
I-
there's a
I have
lot
a
of
bardic, right?
bioluminescent shit.
Right,
in
I got a
here.
bardic. 16.
All right, you guys are looking, and as you're looking, you see a large. I think he's fucking over there. Big yellow, like bioluminescent eel swimming towards you guys. And it's like you don't know where the fuck he went. He's been pulled away somewhere in the ocean here. And eventually you hear Chris even from underwater, you hear the.
I'm just gonna
She's
swim towards
leaning off the
Termia.
ship. She's like, "Hey, you fucks! What the fuck you think you're doing, jumping off the fucking ship?"
Well, I can just dimension door.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna swim towards Termia.
And she's like, "What was that about?"
trying to get my
the
property
corpse
back.
of Sunny came out of Sermia's bag of holding. It was reforming.
Well, last time they turned him into a fucking skewer. You thought it was a good idea to tussle. Let the lad go.
I don't
At
know
least
why
for now,
they
we're
jumped-
tired.
It's
He's missing
just
an arm.
It's just a body now. It's.
I only need one arm to destroy undead.
Good point. But hey, he's out there. We're going to Tabula. Loosen up.
He definitely doesn't need to be out there.
Well, I know that, but
Wait, can't you?
fuck, I
detect-
know we're not gonna sleep
You know
now.
what?
But
Can't you detect him?
shit.
He's committed
Yeah,
crimes.
I can always find where. I don't know if this counts as something that's committed crime. It's just
I
like
mean,
a
it
hunk
is.
of flesh.
The spirit's definitely moved on, but it's the body that's reforming.
Yeah,
Chris
that's
then
where,
turns
that's
and
where
looks
I
to you,
don't
Braddock.
know if that
Sorry.
counts.
And says, "Captain, I guess full speed ahead. You guys can see the lights of the
What's
free
that
city
word?
on the
Yeah,
horizon.
sorry to scare you.
Fused.
Yeah, that was a thing. Let's not hop off the ship as we're going 37 knots per hour.
All right. Let's enjoy
Captain's
yourselves
orders.
as you guys see the city pull into view with the dawn breaking behind you. You guys didn't think I forgot about the sometimes malaligned but still classic Jason Takes Manhattan, did you?
Jesus.
Sonny's back, baby! Also, we are still in Dark and Grim, but oh yeah!
Jesus Christ.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Woo!
So